is fine. Zing, 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 zing. What is that? Some kind of monster. Metallica. Why is that in my head? Whoa! What are you doing back there, mate? Ooh, looks like we're live. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Alright. My name's Moonlands, and welcome back to some Dezzdiny 2. I'm going to continue fulfilling my Dezzdiny. And yeah, I think we'll just do some generic Vanguard action. I think that's what we want. Because... oh wait, actually no, we're going to open up with some... what we're going to do? We're going to do... Dares of Eternity first, I think. Yeah, that's right, because we need to do one more of those and then we get our pinnacle. We're just going to be... what we want to do is... we want to get our power levels up, basically. Is what we want to do. We want to increase our power levels. I hope my volume is decent. Hope the game volume is loud enough. I can't remember. Is this game a bit quieter? I don't know. Yes. Right, that should do. Let's have a look. Is anyone in the Discord? Let's have a browse. Ooh! We have some peeps in the Discord. By the way, if you want to join, if you want to get involved, then you can just scan that QR code there in the top right corner, and you'll get access to all the.
Hello.
Oh, hello! I was just checking the Discord, and I just seen everybody in there, and I was just announcing to the stream if people wanted to get into the Discord, they should scan the QR, and then you can find your way onto the Instagram, the YouTubes, and the Discord, all the rest of it. And we have Dice, we got Horace, we got Nicola. Welcome.
You missed someone.
Oh wait, someone else is. Oh, is Chris there as well with you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, of course he is.
He's always there.
Yeah.
He's
Of
currently
course.
helping me because I'm struggling a little bit today.
Oh right. Okay. What? As opposed to when you're not struggling. Hello, Sarah. Hi. How you doing? Sarah's in the YouTube chat. I mean, isn't every day a struggle for you? Is it not just taken as read that you're like just in struggle zone while you're preggers?
No. We've had a bit of a rough 24 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry that's, you're feeling that. I always say the classic response is, I'm sorry to hear that. How did that become a thing? Like, as if it's...
don't know.
It's my problem that I heard you being down. Like, me hearing it is not an issue. I'm just sorry that you're dealing with it.
I'm not down.
We've just come in and bought the moon down the street.
Okay. No, I just...
We were in hospital last night.
Oh, I see. Okay. Is everything better now? Hi, Callum.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
good.
fine. Okay, good. Excellent. We've got a shout out to Sarah, who should be watching on YouTube. She's amazing. Yes, she is watching on YouTube. Sarah needs to get us in a Twitch account so we can all chat in the same
Twitch is better.
place and use all the emotes. That's what we want.
And watch HD.
Yes, HD.
HD.
Is the game volume? Are you actually watching the stream, or are you just in the Discord? Because I feel like the game.
We're watching.
I feel like the game volume might be a bit low. Is the game volume a bit quiet?
Well, that'll just mute ourselves and we'll check.
I'll just fire the gun and talk a bit. Seems like the game volume's a bit low. It's loud. It's low to me anyway.
Yeah, it's quite low. You
Yeah,
can
I reckon.
hear us more than you can the background, the game stuff.
Right, I reckon I know what it is. I just think this game for some reason is a little bit quieter than others. I think it's just got more dynamic range. Tell you what's really loud. I was really surprised by... oh, you can't hear it, Sarah? Okay, let me get into the thing. I'm letting my team down here. Let's turn it up. Is that better? Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Is that too loud now?
1 second.
No, that's okay. That should be okay, right? Is that okay relative to me speaking? Oh, hello. Hello, sir. Oh, I nearly got crushed. Get out of there.
No, that's good.
Okay, good. Right. I'm just going to get behind this rock here. Now that I've checked the system. Okay, good. Right, now let's go back.
Oh, that's nice, Callum.
The nut milk, yes. Got it sounding better now. It's good. No, it's fine, okay. Yeah, Sarah is the best girlfriend ever, and I'm proud of her because she started a job today, and she is great. Yeah, Sarah is an absolute boss. What do we have for barrier? Do I actually have... Oh, my heavy grenade launcher is a barrier one. Okay, good. Well, we'll just check him out like that. What's this over here? We got some stuff popping up telling us what's what over here. Oh, it's another...
a raid?
This is not. This is actually what's called Dares of Eternity, and it's like, in a way, it's kind of like the final stage of a raid almost. It's like, it's just always set up that you come through the same map and you just beat a certain number of enemies, and there's just like little challenges as you go. So we'll go through to stage 2 now. I think we've done this bit, and then we'll go through to, after we've gone through this. In fact, let me check. Where is everyone else? Okay, no, there's still another bit to do here. Oh god, I'm bad at jumping in this game. We have to... Yes, we've got to kill all these freaks in a certain like time limit and stuff. Oh, I can't kill him yet until I've picked up this circle to chuck at his shield. So I'll put this little orb up here. Once this is done, we move to the next section. It gets a little bit harder, and then once that's done, we move to the third section, and it's like the big boss.
Reese has been playing this.
Right, here we go. So we chuck this. Woo! And then now there's going to be a big airstrike on this guy's face. And now we can finish it. Three. She will be watching on YouTube. Yes, she is watching on YouTube. Sarah is crying with laughter, saying thank you, Callum. So there you go. Oh, Stubby has killed him, Sen.
No, this is the free one.
No, that's YouTube, but it has paid DLC on that thing.
Is this paid DLC or the free one?
This is part of the free. This part was added with the 30th anniversary. Everyone should have access to this. Why can I not get the finisher? Yes, finish.
Where did you get it?
Take the data core.
How much is it?
I'm not sure.
I shouldn't have used that. That was a waste. It's alright. We'll kill this guy.
You can get some credit to work on, don't I?
Yeah.
Right, where's the nearest data core? Alright, we need to get this and chuck it on this guy up here. Get data core.
Join the Twitch and come watch.
Right, here we go. Now he's going to
get decimated in Destiny 2, yeah.
There we go. Right, so now I think that's that done, so that's good. We'll move on to the more difficult bit. Oh, I need to check my challenges. I need to check my little quests. So I need to... Oh, hello. I need to kill 50% more combatants. I think that's probably 40. So the weapon I'm using right now is a stasis weapon, so that will freeze and slow people. So I need to keep using this one. I need to kill more with a kinetic weapon, and I need to kill more with a solar weapon. Okay, good. So these 3 bounties can only be completed while doing this Dares of Eternity. It seems like the rest of the people that I'm playing with don't have massively powerful weapons, so that might be difficult later on, but it's good for me to get these quests completed before people just get all the kills for me, so that's good. Right, let's get our orb down and stop these freaks.
Oh, okay.
I love this thing. You see this thing that's firing this, these arc bullets for me? This little, orb that's next to me?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It just, goes around shooting everything for me. It's really strong. It's more powerful than I am with my weapons. So as long as I have my rift charged, which is about to recharge again already, I can deploy a fresh one before it even runs out. Like this. Boosh! Now I've got a fresh one.
But you only have one at a time?
There is a thing you can equip in your loadout to make so that you can gain a second one or increase the potency, I think. But yeah, typically you only have one. You only really need one as well most of the time. Right, let's get one of these orbs. Seems like...
Did Nadia like her noise cancelling headphones?
She did! That's nice of you to remember. I think she's enjoying that moment. She hasn't used them very much yet. She hasn't been to uni with them, which is the main test. Yeah. So we want to see what's like when she goes to uni. Which she'll be doing tomorrow. Oh, I slightly missed with that, but that should be enough to take off the shield. Yes.
Which
Goodbye.
university is she at? Is she at one close by, or...?
She's at Ravensbourne, which is in Greenwich. Greenwich?
Is what?
Ravensbourne University in Greenwich.
Fuck off, she's at my uni.
Oh, really? You go there as well?
Yeah.
Decent. I'll have to what are you studying, Horace?
I'm doing graphics.
Oh, graphics. Okay, well, we'll have to...
Fashion.
Yes, fashion promotion. Nadia wants to become a major voice for the promotion of ethical fashion. So that's going down terribly because nobody wants that. All the big industries are like, can you not, mate? Because we prefer the way we're doing it now, because we know we're killing and raping the earth, but it's actually way more easy. So can you just shut up, Nadia, because you're making it more difficult.
Let us use our kids. Let us use our child slave.
Yes, let me use the children. Let me use the plastic. Not at the same time. No. That's, right. Sadly, it is at the same time.
Yeah, that didn't sound very.
That wasn't very ethically minded.
I mean, hey, you make of it what you will. It's just the truth, okay, guys? You can imagine whatever scenario you want, but children and plastic are being used simultaneously by people that shouldn't be doing it. Right. I think we should get Horace in touch with Mpop then, because that might be fun for them to. I wonder if. How have you found it, by the way? Is it good for graphics?
Yeah, I quite like it. It's honestly, I'm gonna be a weird state because like the whole people who were running that course changed around a bit. So when I first joined, we had a woman who was running it left, and we had an interim person for a while. Then we've got a new person to come in late last year and just sort of getting his feet into the ground of this place here. So it's a weird transition period. They're trying. It's good. Some things I think it's changed a little bit, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it sounds like similar to what Nadia's having, except I would say what Nadia's experiencing is not good. She's, I don't know, it seems very bad. I think the pandemic has affected things a lot. But,
it's the weird thing. Some people, like, there's some things that definitely need to change, don't get me wrong, but it's also so highly used. Like, I've spoken to people that said, we'll hire exclusively from Ravensbourne because we know how well what they teach their kids there, teach their students there. There's a few things where it's like, the fuck you doing? Like, do it this way.
yeah, I think so much can depend on like a few certain members of staff who are in specific points, like specific positions. Like if you have a certain amount of the kind of chain in a certain course has not got the right people or whatever, that can kind of mess up the whole thing. And like sometimes you can have a certain class, a certain generation of pupils who have certain interests that work really well with a certain tutor or a certain way of doing things, and then another generation, another class that don't at all. And I feel like the way that Nadia's dealt with it is not only is there a lot of like logistical problems and things like this, but there seems to be a lot of just things not matching up right for the course, and Nadia wanting to do what she wants to do. You know, she's trying to do something forward thinking and something more difficult and interesting than perhaps a lot of the mainstream, and yeah, it's just particularly difficult for her. And there's a lot of things that should be in place and that aren't, and adaptations that aren't being made, and you know, resources that the university should be providing, and it's doing it in a really lackluster way. And that could not just be down to the uni per se, but the people that are responsible for trying to sort that out. Seems like Nadia has to fight for a lot.
You need to check Twitch chat.
Oh, Andros. Hello, Andros. Welcome. Andros is going to be super disappointed in me for not telling him that I'm playing Destiny, but I feel like he's quite busy at the moment, so I didn't want to... maybe, yeah, feel free to drop in, Andros. I'm just going to be doing Vanguard stuff after this. I want to get my bounties completed. I've forgotten. Wait, I should be doing something important with these orbs. What am I supposed to be doing with these orbs? I've just wasted that one. Yes. Oh, hoy, Andros. I forget what you do with these. Let's just chuck them over there. I mean, I know they blow stuff up, but I think there's something more important they do, and I forgot it.
Is it them strings?
What, the, strings?
It looks like string or ribbon. There, that red thing.
Which red thing? Oh, this! Oh, no, yeah, that's just part of the, like, the environment design.
Okay.
You'll notice them hanging around everywhere.
Decor.
Yes, decor. That's Zer's idea of, like, decor. I think it's been knocked down though from all the battling. Seems like maybe it looked a lot nicer before people were caving their heads in with like sonic weaponry and stuff.
Andros says "Rogue light in the sky."
Throw light in sky. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Lovely. I might just throw it at this guy as well. It's probably going to help. Yeah. Oh, that seemed to be quite effective. I've done my solar weaponry thing now, so I need to get a kinetic weapon out. Oh gosh, my frame rate. The PS4 is just not ready for it, is it? If only I had a PS5. There we go.
You
done
need
that.
a PS5?
Yes, please. Giz. Maybe in like 5 years of streaming, I'll have got enough from subs that I'll be able to buy a PS5. Okay, so what other questions?
I think that's a fair Twitch goal.
Yeah.
You know, get me to 100 subscribers so I can buy a PS5.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Ooh, okay, so I think this weapon. Now, Andros, you'll be able to tell me this if you're watching still. This thing here, I'm back, had to rescue the cat. You had to rescue the cat? What are you doing, mate? What's your cat playing at? This being a cat, I suppose, actually. I mean, cats don't tend to need rescuing. They're pretty self-sufficient, but maybe you just got a mental cat. This is a stasis weapon, which is not technically a kinetic weapon, except is it still getting me the kinetic kills, Andy, for my quest? Because I remember you telling me how stasis weapons are kind of weird because they fill the kinetic slot, but they're technically not a stasis weapon. Except I seem to be getting kills in the stasis quest right now, but I'm not stasis, kinetic quest. But if this is not a kinetic weapon technically, then how is that working? Explain, please. Destiny 2 veteran. See, it's a kinetic weapon that I need the kills for, except this isn't technically a kinetic weapon, but it's in the kinetic slot. Also, I need to get rid of some spaces here, otherwise I'm going to have stuff going to the postmaster. Ooh, 87. Decent. The final round has commenced. Uh-oh, I need to pay attention. Wait a minute. I want to free a slot. Oh, I can't use the item manager. I'm reading chat. Get stuck in the cat flap every now and again. Mate, you need to get a bigger flap.
Put your cat on a diet.
It's not something I would always say. I wouldn't usually encourage people to get bigger flaps. They should be happy with whatever size flaps they have, but it sounds like you need to get a bigger flap, Callum. Should just count as stasis. Unfortunately, don't know why it's counting. Okay, let's see. So we're on 27. Let's see if this gives me a kill. Ooh, come here. Is this going to be enough? Please don't the other guy get it. Wait, did that count or not? That's probably not enough. I'll just stand here right in the middle. No, that didn't count. Okay, wait. Let me see you. Gimme. Okay, did that work? Oh, it did work. Oh, did it work? No. Kinetic. It did. Hey, look. See that, Andros? It's counting towards the kinetic. I had 27. Now I got 28. Let's see. 29. Yes! Interesting. Explain. Are you giving me false information, Andros? What's going on? What's happening? Or is this some magical semi-stasis, semi-kinetic weapon? What's going on?
I've got a massive flap.
You got a massive flap. It's a huge flap. Just get stuck when it opens. Okay, and Andros has given us a pretty solid explanation there, which is Destiny spaghetti code. Okay, I can roll with that. Right, now let's get back to actually helping the team instead of running around reading chat and shooting nothing of any importance. Barrier. Oh, I need more heavy ammo. Oh no, I don't. It's fine. I've refilled it. I don't know when I picked that up, but I picked some up. Okay, good. We need some orbs. Where are my orbs at? Let's go super, shall we? I don't know. We've got plenty of energy, so let's use it. Do it. I am the Emperor. How much does it take? How much does being super do to you? Oh, quite a lot. That's good. Right, don't just stand there, mate, because I'm going to vaporize your head, aren't I? Crota's Swordbearer is getting the voltage treatment. Pick up the relic. What do we do with the relic? Okay, yeah, let's use the knife. Let's use the big sword for a bit, shall we? Boosh! That was fun. Come on, die. Round is almost complete. Good. Let's have a look. Just bungo things. Yes. Bungo things. We finished. Do we get the riches now? In fact, let's just... I really like this weapon. I've given it... It's got a charge time masterwork. The range on it's lovely. And it doesn't half do some damage. Plus the chill clip slide shot is lovely because I can just keep making sure that chill clip is active without having to fully reload and just go Eep! And then I'm back to like partially reloaded magazine and I get the chill clip again. I do like this weapon. Right, where's the chest? Am I about to miss out on the chest or is there going to be another thing happening? No, there's not a chest because it's not started counting down. Oh, yay, orbs. Give me the charges. Give the armor charges. Although it's not going to work.
Do you want to wear something funny, Ryan?
Yes, of course I do. Right, first of all, don't ever ask me that. Just tell me. But the answer's always going to be yes. Why would I say no?
I don't know if it's funny, but it is like ridiculously stupid.
Alright, that's fine. That's good.
Reese is going on a rewards trip tomorrow with school.
Okay.
So when you think of a school rewards trip, it shouldn't cost you anything really, should it?
No.
It's cost us 58 quid.
So they said, hey, we want to take your kids on a reward trip. Can you pay for it?
Yeah.
To the Trafford Centre.
Wow. So which ultimately Reese is going to end up spending more money, and most of his money is presumably coming from you in the first place.
50 quid.
So he's like, hey, hey, we think your kid's doing really well. Do you mind if you pay for us to take him somewhere where he can spend even more of your money, please? Because we think he'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hi, it's not covered by taxes. I know you pay a lot of those, but we've not covered it by taxes. So we're just going to ask you to fork out more, please. Thanks. Okay.
So yeah, it cost us £8 for him to go on the trip.
Oh, wait, where's the thing where I had people?
And then we've had to give spending money because he's there from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Come in quick. Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, that is funny. That strikes me as funny, I have to say. Send in via. I'll join for a Vanguard. Okay, let's get Andros on board. It looked like I did all right there. I seem to be, even with all the faffing about and talking, I managed to be high up on the board there for getting stuff done. Oh, a prime engram. Okay, I'm going to come back to the tower while I get Andros on board as well. Because we need to offload.
How fucking stupid is that for a rewards trip?
That is...
We want to reward your children, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah, that is bad. And then also, because you know what's the best bit? Is if you say no, then you're evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, sorry, you don't want us to take your child for a nice day out. No. You don't want
to do really well, but you don't. So
you see, we really wanted to use your money to make him happy, but you just won't let us. Oh. Do I have to wait till I've got somewhere, Andy, before I can add you? Is your cat really fat, by the way, Callum? Because if it's the huge cat flap, but the cat's still getting stuck, are you just constantly loading up your cat with loads of stuff?
Love. Feeding it with love.
Yeah.
Seems like a personal question.
Mate, tell me how fat your cat is.
We know the size of your flap.
I want to know if you've got a fat pussy.
Wow.
I don't know what's funny about that. I'm just inquiring about someone's feline companion. Right, now I can add you. Does it not work because I was travelling? Let's have a look.
How's Nadia doing anyway?
She's into the room and she's watching some shite medical drama. So I imagine all right. She usually likes that.
I started watching something on Netflix today. An American ER type thing, real life.
American ER type thing, real life. Something about that tells me that the real life element is going to be, you know.
No, it's actually in New York during lockdown.
Okay.
It's really interesting. There's a 17-year-old kid that got shot.
Okay, he's off for a raid for a bit. Okay, right. Well, let's just do the quick Vanguard, and I guess I'll just have to take the hit in the post box. Wait, hold on. Let me just see if I've got, as long as I've got like the highest level gear equipped, we can do that. 82, 87. I'll just check in case there's any higher level gear. That's 85, right?
What cipher is
You'll go to the post box. Oh, I don't. Oh, I need to. If you need to hear me, Andros, I'm gonna need to put my little phone thingy in, aren't I? Because I've not got my little in-ears to hear game chat. 80, 85. Is that a kinetic? Wait, let me just check. This is That's a kinetic weapon, isn't it, Andros? So I don't need to have that in me now because my highest kinetic's 87. I think I can just get rid of one of these straight away. Wait, what's this? 80, 85. Need to make sure that we've got all the good stuff equipped. Yeah, okay, so what's this? 85, also 85. Ooh.
Did you find a comfy spot on the couch last night?
Oh, I need to get rid of one of these as well. Where is Andros? Are you actually cleaning up?
Okay.
Ooh. I might be able to pick up some more things from...
Oh.
Andros is just dancing in the distance there. Excellent. Right, okay.
Dancing in the moonlight.
There's dancing in the middle.
We'll be alright, matey. We'll communicate through emote alone. Okay, fantastic. And if not, you can always just jump in the Discord, because I know that's slightly awkward for you, because you have to have 2 headphones in or something to hear the game and in the Discord, but at least I'll be able to hear you and you'll be able to hear me that way, if you so choose. Right, let's get it. I'm just going to quickly drop one of these in here, because I know I can get rid of it.
Excuse me.
I want to make... Is this one any good? Let me see. This one here.
I'm gassy at the minute.
Auto-loading holster rampage. Friction fire. I think I can drop one of those in here. I'll just quickly deposit these. One. And I think I want to get rid of one of these, so I'll just look.
It's
Here somewhere. Wait, is it on the first page?
Have you found out if you're in tomorrow?
Aha! Oh, we've got 2 of them. Why have we got 2 of them? Oh, we want that one. Because we want disorientate. Oh, wait.
Then we can go out for a date.
Let's just check, because I think I can get rid of one of these. Rampage auto-loading. Vorpal. I don't think I'm going to use that very much. I'm going to switch to this one. So let's upgrade this one for that one. And then we can get rid of the other one, I
Pick up
think.
my needles.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Extract pattern from red border first. Oh, how do I extract it? If deleting. Oh, yeah, okay. That's a good point. You're absolutely right. Whoops. Where's the other one? Just check this. So we go into it. Oh, no. Oh, funk.
Did Nadia make you anything nice for your tea tonight?
No, but she did bring back a bunch of stuff from Manchester that was very, very tasty. She brought me like a curry and some vegan wings, both of which she already knows I like because they're from places that we really like. So yeah, she got a takeaway like right before she left, basically from 2 places, packaged it all up in her backpack and brought it home.
Aww.
Wait, vegan wings, what, they like cauliflower then?
No, this was seitan. So it's like really thick and meaty.
What is that then? I've heard of that before.
Seitan is like pure gluten.
Right, okay.
Basically, you like wash it out of bread, and then it's like and then when you bake it, it resembles like really thick, juicy, like chicken flesh, basically. But you know, like, so if you got a chicken nugget, it kind of looks like the same inside a chicken nugget. When you have like a nice baked loaf of seitan, if you batter that in a delicious like Kansas barbecue batter with like a load of sauce and stuff, it's the same as like eating like a boneless wing, and it's really bloody tasty. At least from this place that we go to. Donna Summer do really good vegan wings, and they're made from seitan. Very high in protein, but also if you eat too many of them, you'll feel bloated as hell, because it's like, you know, it's very easy to get carried away with smashing them because they're so nice, and because it's gluten, it can be heavy if you eat a lot.
It does sound good. Sounds like hell if you're a celiac.
Yeah, oh yeah. Good. Oh, I think it'd probably kill you if you're a celiac. Oh, squad's all here now. Okay. Well, you know what? That's probably good that you never joined, mate, because you would have not been able to... We wouldn't have been finished, would we? I guess you'd have been like, mate, pissing about doing a Vanguard. So that's fine. Thanks for popping in. Have a lovely... what are you doing? Are you doing a raid, or what's the deal, Andros? Are you having a... you going for a raid or something? I suspect so. Where's this other one that I just got?
I need to get that medication though.
Get rid of it. Get rid of. So we've got. Oh yeah, I think I want to get rid of this one.
I think so.
Trying a hand at the master version of the new raid. Okay, so that's going to be very tough. Andros out here is doing some very tough stuff.
What?
Would Reese be able to do that, Nicola? Ask him if Reese
No.
is... Okay. Does he have any of the DLC, or is he free to play? Is he a filthy peasant like me?
Yeah, it's free to play like you.
Excellent.
Though he is tempted to buy the DLC.
More affectionately known as Ron. Okay, Root of Nightmares, yes. The Root of Nightmares raid, also known as Ron. Ron Weasley! Why can I not select the one that I actually want? What's going on here? I'm doing something wrong. I need to press triangle on this one. That's it. Right, I've got it. And then I use this one to upgrade it. Well, almost for free. And then I can shove both of them back in my garage. Get in my garage. What else we got? So we're 82, 80, 80, 82. Chuck that. Well-rounded demolitionist. I think I've got a better one of those already. Genesis Wellspring. I've got a better one of those well already, I think. Also, Genesis Scout Rifle. That might be alright for PvP. Let's have a look at the thing. Ron! Have you noticed? I've just realised Callum has refused to open up about the size of his cat. I think Callum's probably watching something more wholesome now.
I think you've been reported.
Yeah. I think Sarah and Callum have just taken it upon themselves to leave this filth behind.
Or the degeneracy.
Wait, where's the thing? Okay, this is the one. Is that the one I just was looking at? They look so similar. Let me see. Yes. Surplus demolitionist.
Do you like my little packs? Like.
Oh, packs with like the purple fire.
Yeah.
Oh, with the little hands. I like that. I see what you've done there. Like packs, like Pax the Conjurer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's decent. I like it. Demolitionist. I think this is actually better. So let's get rid of that. How many of these I don't need? Like that trace rifle. How many years have you? How far into your course are you, Horace?
Me, I'm only second year.
Second year, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got incandescent. I think I'm going to keep the incandescent one, which means I want to upgrade it. So let's do that. Let's get them on the same level.
Students tomorrow, you said, your missus. I forgot her name. I'm really sorry.
Nadia.
And Pop.
Nadia. Nice.
I'll have to let her know. She's buried in her TV show right now, but I'll tell her afterwards.
That's all good.
Yes.
Oh, she's doing fashion stuff. That means she's like right at the top of the uni. Jeez, that is far. Don't know if you've ever seen the building, but it's a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty juicy. I've been to it once or twice. I remember one time, I think she forgot her laptop or something, or was having a problem with her laptop, so I had to come in, spend like 5 minutes sorting out her laptop, and then went home again. I went 40 minutes, it was like an hour round trip or something, or more, just to do like a 5-minute fiddle with a laptop. And it was something really basic. I can't remember what it was, but she was freaking out about it, and she was really cross, and she thought it was something that I'd done, I think, at the time. I want to offer you a promotion. Right, well, how about someone else tell me if that is worth reading, because that's a big paragraph of potential spam. So, but thanks, Porus. Thanks, Porus, for popping in.
Huh?
Horus, not you.
There's
Porus
some...
Ab.
Ah.
Wait, which one was it?
Delete. Go away.
Okay, that's a delete situation, is it?
Yes.
Okay. What a shame. Right, now this one, I do want to change that one. So we've just put 2 in. There's 2 new weapons here. What was it? There was this one, friction fire. I've never seen that before. And then we also got, was it this one?
Reese, did you shout me then? No.
Something, not that one. Ah, this one, yes. The Royal Chase. I've never seen that one. That's also new. Okay, so now we've got 2 more slots. I don't like it. We're getting closer to 300. I vowed to keep it below 300. We're going to have to delete some more of these doubles. It's fine, because as we get more weapons that are better anyway, we won't need doubles of any of these. The only reason I've kept doubles of some of these is because one of them's slightly different, have different perks, and I'm not sure which ones to keep. So if we get another shotgun that's similar to that has the perks that are like this, for example, then we'll just get rid of that one and we use the other one. Because there's plenty of weapons that are all quite similar, and you might as well just use a different one for a different job. No, we just upgraded that one. What's the one? Oh, it's the sword, the big blue sword. This, because we only want it for eager edge. So we'll get rid of that. What was I thinking? I was thinking of. Oh yeah, we're getting closer to having a non-gaming stream. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna finish that soundboard and we'll start watching some shite. Should be good fun, mate. Don't worry. I'm at 5:30. Need to make my warlock and hunter builds and then sack off all the excess. Oh yeah, okay. Well, Andros, the thing is, you've got so many more weapons anyway in your game available to you. So, like, there's probably like at least 100 weapons that I simply don't even have in my game. That you just, so it makes sense like that you're close to the limit or whatever. You've done well to keep so many. Wait, that was right. I do press triangle on that one. You've done well to keep your things down. I've probably got 1/10 of the content that you have, and you've managed to manage your stuff. You've managed to manage it much more efficiently than I have. I know that I've not got as much knowledge and don't play the game as often, but still. Right, 91. Back to 92. Oh yeah, if you had 5 pages of weapons, rest is armor. Yeah, I do need to. There's quite a lot of armor duplicates I need to get rid of. I've only got a few duplicates of weapons, but yeah, I've got a lot of duplicates of armor. You'll have to pretty please help me with that again. Which one of these should I go with? We've got Relentless Strike on guard and Wellspring Whirlwind Blade. I wasn't sure which one. Oh yeah, and Burst Guard versus Enduring Guard. I feel like both of these are good. Like, I love the quick attacks immediately after swapping to the sword do additional damage, and landing 3 light attacks within a short time grants sword ammo. Like, that's good for just general. The fact that you can get more ammo, and you want to do the quick attacks. Like, both of these are quick attack oriented perks, so that's very useful. And I don't tend to use the guard anyway, so. And then with this one, it's a similar situation where rapid sword strikes increase this weapon's damage. So like, if you keep doing the R1 rather than R2, you're going to get more damage. And also, if you're doing R1, you can probably take out lots of small enemies and get the Wellspring up by using the kills. So I feel like different situations. So this is more for like running around smashing people, and this is for like the boss. I mean, both of these do well with the boss, to be honest. I kind of feel like this is better because of the getting more ammo. Like, getting more ammo with the heavies is really useful. One's for sustained DPS, one for mowing through red bars. Yeah. But I feel like both of them can do that. But the mowing through. So which one gives me more damage? Is Whirlwind Blade like higher damage than On Guard? Because Whirlwind Blade, see, increases damage for a short duration. I find the fact that you can get ammo back with this one is really handy. And I feel like this can last longer because of the fact that you get the sword ammo. Like, my pick, and feel free to correct me, but I feel like this one is better than this one because there's... You see, you're going to tell me to get the Destiny item manager thing so I can see what the actual damage increase is. If it's worth, go with the 777 then. Okay. Because you'll be like, well, if you use the scientific tools, you'll notice that Whirlwind Blade gives you a 25% damage increase, whereas On Guard only gives you 15, so it's all personal preference at the end of the day. Yeah. What would your personal preference be?
The 1777.
We'll get okay, so that's 2 votes for the 177. I guess we'll. That's fine. That's the end of that. We can put something else in here. I usually like to have 6 of each thing because that's enough to cover most of the different weapon types. So I don't have to switch to the item manager to get stuff. Oh, that's a pile of flaps, but we can use it to upgrade this, so let's do it. And then we can get going with our thing. Oh, I don't know if you're, because you're probably running around doing your thing at Andros, but I came on briefly yesterday just to get my, oh, was it this morning? Maybe it was early this morning. I came on to get the PvP stuff done, the Crucible, to just get the bounties out of the way. And my first game, I got absolutely violated. It was disgusting. It was like everyone could just see me and react to me way faster. I was running around like a headless chicken. I didn't know the maps. It was awful. And with each successive game, I think they try to balance it better. So if you come in, I guess, the matchmaking, you get shat on in your first game. It's like, all right, we need to put them with like less good players because you can't play with these people, right? But I only did the minimum. I just did the 3 games that I needed to get my pinnacle and like a couple of the bounties done. But by the 3rd game, I was like, went from being the worst player on the team to like the 2nd best player on both teams. Like the worst player across both teams and then the 2nd best player across both teams. So I'm sure part of that was the matchmaking, but I also feel like it's just so weird getting used to it. It feels so different to playing against the AI. And if you can also, I feel like the first couple of maps were more difficult than by the time I got to the final map. I like went to worst player, middle player, like decent player. And you can tell the field of view is a thing. Like PvP with this, it really makes you aware of the narrow field of view. Like you can see how people turn around where they don't even seem like they're looking at you and they just know you're there. It's crazy. Like, because they obviously have a wider field of view. I mean, I doubt they're hacking. I suppose it's possible, but yeah. Look at all this. Look at all these extras here. Look at all this armor. 5 of these, and I'm pretty sure like that doesn't seem. I mean, it's they're all kind of similar, but I'm sure I could get rid of some of these. Oh look at this. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. The mobility 14. See, that's decent, and that's decent. 63 and 63 though. It's a shame. You know what? I might get rid of this one. Let's just get rid of that. I might just get rid of that. It looks like I've got similar. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to get rid of this one. That's the weakest one of those. Takes ages to delete an exotic, as it should, because you don't want to delete those without. Ooh, let's get the stuff. Let's get the stuff. Has Reese ever had the pleasure of doing a raid?
I don't know.
No idea.
Reese!
Ooh, I've unlocked a pattern. Yes, nice, I can craft it. I wish I could skip to the end page by pressing left instead of having to smash the right button every time. Right, I got a bunch of these. These are all much of a muchness. 65, 66. These are pretty similar.
He's got his headphones and he can't hear me shout.
Rift. This is all about Rift, and Rift is powered by recovery. I think we're going to get rid of this. I just don't think I'm going to find that balance very useful. Right, that'll do. Back to 290. And then we'll come back and delete some more later, if we have to. Oh, wait, do we have some more rewards to pick up? Oh, we need to go to the post office now. Let's go to the post office. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you won't be able to tell, but I've recently installed my new ear pads and my foam discs on my headphones, and they feel like good as new now. They sound the same from what I can tell, which goes to show you how well these headphones hold up, because they were not. I actually, when I took the foam discs out from underneath the squishy pads, the ear pads that go on your side of your head, when I looked at the foam discs, because I could already see the foam disc had worn away, particularly the left one, I had started to wear out, like where my inside of my ear just touches the foam disc, because my ears are a bit sticky outy, I guess. They have been rubbing away at the foam disc, and the left one, you can actually kind of see like the outline of like the sort of skeleton, like the flesh of my ear, where it's worn thin. If you hold it up to the light, you can like almost see through it, because my ear's worn so far through it.
Reese has never done a raid.
Oh, you never done a raid?
No, he's not a strong enough level, I think.
Okay. Well, nor am I. Well, I mean, maybe last season I got to like the powerful cap, but I just get carried by people that know what they're doing. Thanks to Andros. We did one recently and it was fine. Again, I might have just been getting carried, but I'm definitely not. The power cap's 1800 right now, and at the time I was like 1780, which is quite significant. Like if I was to try and do the Legend Lost sector now, which is 1830, I would get pretty hardly smacked, because that power level is not enough to withstand much, and it would take me a long time to deal with like the enemies. But somehow, I don't know if it's how they balance it, but when I did the raid recently, it was fine. Like, yeah, I managed to make a reasonable contribution to the team. I was probably the least useful person on the team, but still, I wasn't useless. I was definitely worth being there as opposed to nothing.
That's fair enough.
So, right, I want to get rid of one of these. Is that any good? Rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this transfers ammo to the magazine. Yeah, that's more of a sniper type or heavy weapon situation. Final blows with this. That's fine. Pugilist is good for a small close range weapon. Heating up frenzy. Increase accuracy, stability while improving recoil. That's pretty good for a pulse rifle. Frenzy heating up. That's more PvP though, I feel like. Let's just see what versions of those we've got in the locker. Get rid, and then we do our thing. What have we just been doing? Days of Eternity. Oh yeah, so we'll have some rewards from Zer, but we'll get those later. Wait, hold on. Yeah, because the pinnacle would have been delivered to us already, I think. I hope. Oh, that's it there. Gimme. And the light blue one. There it is. Okay, I need to get rid of. Under pressure golden tricorn. As the magazine gets lower. What's the magazine? 30. I feel like this might be better, to be honest. So this is Underdog Thresh. Okay, well, we'll get rid of that. That's better. That's definitely better. So you get in the box, because we've got 87, so that's fine. 82 is the strongest one here still, and we've got that in there. 81. This is where I might pull out my item manager to check what the highest weapon is, to make sure I've got everything installed. Under pressure golden trihorn. Now this is a little bit difficult because neither of these are that great. Envious assassin, under pressure. Under pressure is better of those two for this weapon. Pugilist is better of those two for this weapon. Greatly increase its damage. I think golden trihorn alone is probably better than both of these for this particular weapon though, so I might just do it. Not really happy with any of the stuff on this, so it's not really that important right now. I do think what was it? Pugilist melee down, yeah. This is what? Final blows. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think I'll just go for this. Oh, wait. Yeah. I have to quickly, very quickly. Let's go to... Where is it? Just get in the app a second. 70, 87, 82, 80... Oh no. We need that sword. That's what it was. It was the sword that was the most recent pinnacle reward, wasn't it? Let's get her in. We're not going to use her. We're just going to have her there to buff our power level and our drops. 87 is the highest there. 85 is the highest there. What's the highest on there? Middle. Okay, 87, 85, 82. Yeah. Right. Let's get...
And we're off.
Yeah, and we're getting off now. Let's go back to Twitch chat. Right. Now this is going to be very, very easy. Lovely and easy.
I think I have something you will like.
Oh, you have something I will like, do you? Let me just double check. I don't think you do, mate. I think I've picked up everything.
Shall we begin then?
I think we might end, actually. Yeah, there we go. I'll pick up some more from here before I go quickly. Giz quest. Giz it. Doosh. Oh, I've got another thing. 80. That grenade launcher is decent. Harsh language. Oh, it's one of the new ones. Stats for all golden trihorn. Not the best for the grenade launcher, possibly. But I must go back to the locker. Whoops. Because I need to know. Is this one? Harsh language. Where's harsh language at? Reveal yourself. And not like that. Wait, I know how we can know for sure. Drop it in. Where is that weapon? What? There. Okay, so I actually only have one of them. Okay. So that's another new weapon. That's another one from the new season. Okay, so that symbol there, the little thing with the the circle with the the dice. What is it? No, it's not. Not a dice, but I mean I was going to say like the 5 on a dice, but there's actually 7 dots, isn't there? The dot in the middle and then 3 either side, and then yeah. Anything with that symbol in the corner is from the new season.
Okay.
So that means it's generally good because they like to make all the new weapons better and then nerf them because people want to try out the new weapons. Oh, mate, have you seen the new such and such? Oh, it's sick, mate. The new such and such is well sick, mate. Oh, I haven't finished my Dares of Eternity kinetic weapon thing. Excuse me? I thought I did. Oh my god, don't tell me I forgot to shoot one more freak.
Yep.
Okay, let's go back to the Days of Eternity, and then we'll do the Vanguard. In fact, while we're there, we'll also pick up some more quests. So let's just go back to orbit, and then now we can quickly pick up bounties and go and do another one of the big dares in the big white room. For Zer. Yes, acquire. Now, all through my mobile device. I love that you can do that. It's so handy. So now we're going to get in here and we're going to do it again. One more time. But we're going to be against different enemies, probably. And I will try to get the job done quicker this time. I think I should have changed the video title. I've been a fool. Can I still get that? Oh, I can still get bounties even while I'm traveling. That's great. Oh, because I'm still in orbit. All right, fine. Let's accept these. I've got the glimmer. Let's do it. Right, that's enough because I'm going to start running out of glimmer soon because I'm way low because I meant to be doing the Vanguard action. I put Vanguard something or other in the title and we've not done any of that yet. How far into the stream are we?
I think you're about An hour.
And I've not done the main thing in the title.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
dear.
55 minutes in.
I hope I don't get in trouble.
Oh,
Seeing as I'm such a big
streamer,
streamer, or seeing as I'm such a massive streamer, and all the the Twitch staff are always checking what I'm up to, I could be at risk of getting in trouble now, mightn't I?
Just keeping everyone in suspense.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I went to Curry's today, the electrical goods outlet, because I've been, I was telling you recently, I've been researching headphones because I want to get a new set so that I'm not constantly abusing these all the time, because I love these headphones. Like, I've never listened to anything that's given me as comfortable and as flat a response, like comfortable to wear and good transparent audio production. But I have another set that I use for my fun stuff, just general use, and I've used the hell out of them, and they're quite old now. And I would love to have a new good quality, comfy noise cancelling set that also can be Bluetooth, so I don't have to worry about cables, and I can use them for all the other things that I'm not using these for. So these are for the real enjoyable things like streaming, and then the work things like being able to properly hone in on audio for all my video and music and sound and all the rest of it. And I know that I'm going to end up just wearing these out again. They've lasted a good long time, but I certainly don't want to get a new headset, and I don't want to have to get new pads for these again. And I think it'd be really useful and helpful and enjoyable to just have another set that I can rely on for lots of stuff. And I've done a shite ton of research about all the latest noise cancelling Bluetooth headphones, and without trying any actual models. And I went down to Curry's to check them all out, and I'm actually really pleased with how close to all my expectations based on my research everything was. Everything was almost exactly as I expected. They didn't have all the models I wanted to try in, but they had the main ones, so I was very pleased about that. And the thing that annoyed the hell out of me is how well all these different flipping companies do the thing where you basically don't want to settle for anything but the best. And unfortunately, the best is 350 quid. If you want the set that actually has all the types of features that you want and doesn't have any of the deal breakers, you have to pay top whack. And in particular with the noise cancelling stuff, I found it really interesting because in a lot of fields, usually there is an incremental thing where there's a low tier, a upper low tier, a mid tier, a upper mid tier, and then a high tier, upper high tier, and then silly money. Just you're taking the piss now. There's no need for that, and you're never going to be able to perceive that value when you put those things on your head, right? Or with whatever it is. But with this noise cancelling stuff, it really is. Seriously, there's almost no point. There's either you get the entry level stuff, very basic, that just gives you some noise cancelling and some basic features like EQ, and they fit comfortably on your head and they can fold away, or you just go top tier, because all the other things in the different price range, when you go from 30 quid right up to 300 quid, pretty much everything from 50 quid up to 220 quid, there is no point in any of it existing. It's just there to fill out the market and give you option, kind of the illusion of options. And there's only one set that I feel sits in the middle, because between the £50 and £250 bracket, and that is the people are dying all over the shop, and that's the Sony XB910Ns, which are 150 quid. So they're literally in the middle for price, but in terms of the perceivable quality differences you get in sound, in noise cancelling, it's getting really spicy. They give you, I think, by far the best value of any of the noise cancelling headphones, because they do give you the extra quality of life features of how they operate, and all the little nuggets of how good the sort of EQ attenuation and various things like this added bass, blah blah blah, all these other things they give you are really good features that in the lower tier stuff you don't get a lot of those nice, really comfortable, useful features in terms of how they operate and how you switch between different modes and all this. And the jump from them to hearing the quality of the top of the line Bose, Sennheiser or Sony stuff is really not that significant. You're literally paying 200 or 100 pounds more for like a 20% increase in all the different things that you would enjoy. And it is noticeable, like 20% is absolutely noticeable, but it's not 200, 150 pounds noticeable, you know?
Yeah.
And so I tried them today, and they're not. It annoyed me because I was like, because I'm like a bit of a, you know, very obsessive and attention to detail and all this, and like, I work and love audio and kind of obsessed with that. They're not perfect. I still wanted the top of the line thing. I still wanted like the Bose QC45s and the Sony XM5s and all the rest of it, which in a way none of them are that perfect either, to be fair. But I'm not going to go get like the 600 quid or £1,000 ones, which are perfect if you're a complete nutcase like me. But it was just ever so slightly, like the only thing that really bothered me about it was the sound profile of it is a little bit too coloured for me. It's a little bit too stylized. Like it's the frequency response isn't that flat.
Yeah.
You can really work with that in the EQ. The EQ they give you like in the Sony app, and they have this thing where it can analyze your ear and give you like a good sort of spatialization and stuff for like your ear shape, which does actually make a difference. It just has that slight sharpness in the highs that's a little bit piercing, and then the lows are really like weighty, and you have to really, you have to work at the EQ to get a nice kind of flat response. But they do sound, once you've messed with the EQ, they sound great. But the thing that bothered me is that the new ones, like there's a pair, £99 pair, which I think are the best of the bottom tier headphones. Like if I was going to recommend like the bottom tier noise cancelling headphones that were worth getting, but that like you shouldn't pay more than this, would be the new ones that have just come out from Sony, the WH-CH720Ns. Either that or the Q30s, which is what M-Pop's got, which I think are by far the best value. The Soundcore Q30s, even though they came out a couple of years ago, are still hilariously good value. Like ridiculous. I don't know how they're making these things. Especially given that they do come with an EQ. They've certainly got more sort of, if you're really into the sound quality and things like that and certain other additional features, then yeah, sure, you're going to have to spend more. But in terms of like just most people, there is absolutely no point in getting anything other than those. And they're always, like right now I think on Amazon they're like £60, which is like 30% off the standard price of like 90 quid or whatever, which, as I say, the only ones better than those are the Sonys, which are currently £99, and because they're new, they're not going to be changing them. But the new, those ones that are 99 quid, that even though they're not better really than the 150 quid ones from a couple of years ago, the noise cancelling chip in them is better, and the sound profile is much flatter. So like if you really care about sound, they actually kind of sound better and have more potential because they capture the frequency spectrum a bit more authentically than the 910s. And that bothered me so much because I was like, man, these 910s have everything I want really, but the fact that this pair that's like 50 quid cheaper has a better sound really for what I like, just made me think, oh funk. Now I don't, and now I feel like I have to go for the higher set because I want the sound quality, and the noise cancelling on the lower cut price set is just not good enough for me personally. I mean, it definitely I think is for most situations. Like,
but you've got your Sennheisers when it comes to sound quality.
That's true.
You're never going to match them.
I know, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, when you go in, like when you're in Audio Freak and you've used like the proper good stuff, and then you go and look at like 90% of everything else in the market, you feel so spoiled. Like, I'm like, damn it, I can't appreciate anything else now because my ears I'm just used to having this really good sound all the time. And now I go and put a basic, even like a £200 headphone set, and I'm like, funk's sake, man.
Yeah, exactly. You're just not going to match it, and you're looking at wireless.
Yeah,
you're instantly going to lose audio quality just with that.
Yeah, you know what's interesting as well about the whole wireless business is that, like, because one of the reasons I also because I'd like to have a second set if I want to do gaming and stuff, like, again, just to ease up the longevity of these headphones and to like just give a bit of variation, because it is fun to have a set that, you know, isn't necessarily super flat. It's nice to have a set that you can, like, you know, have a little in-app EQ where you can boost certain frequencies and have a certain color to your sound for different things. You know, it's fun to have that, and also just to have, you know, a different feeling on your head that has these other functions that are set. Like these headphones do nothing except produce like the sound as honestly as possible. They don't have any other, there's no EQ, there's no fun little gimmicks to it, there's no noise cancelling, no nothing, you know, they're just pure audio. And so it's really good to have a set that has those other functions for you. And so it's like, yeah, you shouldn't really be whinging about them not having perfect flipping sound quality if that's not what you're using them for, you know. You just have to get used to it. But I suppose there's some, like, the sound, I've been listening to those Soundcore Q30s, and I know where I would change the EQ and what I would do to improve the sound of them, and I've worked on the EQ as much as I can for now, because, like, you know, it takes a long time if you want to perfect an EQ for like a set of headphones or a set of speakers or whatever. It takes a long time to get it right, sort of thing. But I know that there's some I know which parts are just never going to be right. You know, I know where like the certain parts of the spectrum are just always going to be, you know, lacking, or like where the certain muddiness is going to be, or the sharpness, or where like where the detail or sound stage isn't as good as it should be, etc, etc. Like, and those are always going to be there no matter what you do with the EQ. But so much can be solved with the EQ. Like if you can just pick out, like, I feel like the majority of what makes a set of headphones good is the frequency response. And so if you have access to an EQ that has decent, you know, has reasonable Q values, you know, so they're not, when you're dragging the EQ, you're not like making things too spiky or whatever. You know, it has the EQ's been coded well that it can adapt the sound in a smooth fashion. Then as long as you have an EQ on a set of headphones, it doesn't really matter how cheap they are. You can make them sound similar to a really good set of headphones, if you know what I mean, if they can produce enough of the frequency spectrum.
You can make them sound comfortable, or at least like an enjoyable experience, because that sounds like what you're after. You're not after an accurate experience, just an enjoyable one.
Exactly, yeah. And for me, an accurate experience is heavily tied to it being enjoyable. Like, the enjoyment of a headphone experience is quite heavily tied to its accuracy, but it's not like the be-all and end-all. Like, you know, I think there's like a trade-off between accuracy and enjoyment, where as long as it's accurate to a certain point, I'm happy. But if I know that I put a pair of headphones on and I know how a song should sound, if you like, or a sound should sound, and it's not like that, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have some problems here. Because it just, the lack of authenticity is a problem. When a set of headphones has such a strong signature that you're listening to the headphones and not the sound or the music, that's a bit of a problem for me.
Whether you want it or not, you've stepped into a war with the Cabal.
Oh fuck. How do we kill this guy again? Oh, I think we just have to get the little minions, kill the minions. But yeah, I think I realised that my issue is that there's not going to be another, when they come out with the new ones, because there's going to be a new XB910Ns, because they've just like all the Sony like headphones have just been like updated over the last sort of year. Like we had the XM. I'll have a brew. No, I'm alright, thanks. I'll just have some H2O. Oh, that reminds me. After this, I need to smash some H2O.
Rick is making a brew.
Yeah. Back in a minute.
Because I keep falling with characters not at. Yeah, glitching and trying not to fall asleep.
Next lagging.
Oh no. Oh, right.
So,
what do I do to get your shield
go
off?
make me caffeine.
I need to pick up a thing. Not an orb. Where are the things to break your shield, mate? Oh, he's big. He's coming after me. Oh, get out. I'm going to get shot.
No.
I'm going to get a meteor struck in the head. Right, let's get this on again. I'm not using my things very well here. Boosh. Where you at?
Tea? Anyone?
Here we go. Finally, we can get access to that. Oh!
Then powders.
Right.
Just one powder. And then hot water.
Where's he gone?
No.
Come here.
That's when I have it cold.
Give me the little guys. I love being... What's the fella called from Star Wars again? Oh, Palpatine, that's it.
I was thinking Jar Jar Binks.
Mr. Electrified. No, we want... Do it. Come to the dark side. Here we go. He's such a freak. He was played... I really think the actor did such a good job with that character because he's so repulsive. Like, he really just reeks of filthy darkness. Now, which one do I use? That's not unstoppable. This is okay, unstoppable. I don't have anything for unstoppable. Okay, so this is gonna be a problem. I guess I just have to try and hit him hard, or just move on. I'm gonna move on and let someone else deal with this guy. In fact, no. Maybe I can do the job if I use my thing here. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna... Oh, I hurt myself on the landing. You still going? All my team's dying everywhere. Let's revive this guy. Oh no, he's come back. That's fine. Oh, Chungus over here. Oh mate, this weapon's lovely. Look at that, fusion. We can use someone's strand bomb. 18 seconds left. Let's use that. Boosh. Didn't do much. Victory's close. Have we got Big Boy? Oh, everyone's attacking Big Boy again. Okay, good.
Oh.
Where is Big Boy? Is he down there? Oh, his Big Boy's down here. And now he's dead. Now Big Boy's not there at all. So now let's go and get our riches and move on to Vanguard. Ah, funk.
Yes, champion. You are victorious. We hope you enjoy.
We got a Royal Chase. I think we picked one of those up recently as well, didn't we? Let's have a see. Is it a decent par level? It is. The 1782. That's on par with the rest of our good stuff. Scouty. We'll have to look at our app to see. Oh, we got some 82, 85. Okay, get rid. Has it got good stats? Are they good stats? I think these are still better. Wait, hang on a minute. So that's 56 with a plus 10. That's 57. So this without the plus 10, where is it? Recovery. So that's 9 recovery. That's 12 recovery. But it's 19 discipline, 17 resilience. It's got more strength. These are kind of better. So what would happen if I equipped these? How would that affect my stats? So I would still need the recovery to make that up. Yeah, you see, it's so interesting how it's just better because of the layout. 17 and 19 versus 16 and 12. See, if I had other better armor, these would probably be better because my other armor... No, actually, no, these are pretty good. You know what? Scratch that. If that was another 2. So if I had another 2 in each of those and I masterworked that, 2, 4... and I masterworked this. Now I wouldn't masterwork that, so 2, 4. So if I had 4 more in each one, that would be enough to take me to 100% recovery and tip me over into the next bracket of resistance. So actually these would be better if I masterworked these 2, but seeing as I'm not, and seeing as neither of these are actually special, I'll just hold on to these while they keep me over the bracket until we get some proper decent leg armor that's on the same level as my arm, chest and head that are actually worth masterworking. And now we'll go to the Vanguard and we'll drink some H2O. Where's my H2O? There's my H2O. Beep 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 beep. Because now I have a dilemma, right? Where actually let's just get the
You're not talking about headphones still, right?
I was actually going to talk about headphones again.
We haven't spoke about headphones for a few minutes.
Because I have a dilemma with it, which is because I still think that the middle of the like tier Sonys are like the best value in terms of like The noise cancelling. The noise cancelling sufficient. Yeah, not sponsored, but I would like that actually.
Sony, sponsor
me, please.
Moonlands.
Cheers, mate. I've used your things before. I have Sony things. PlayStation, using that. I have more than one controller, so I'm obviously a good customer. I have more than the minimum requirement of one. Where is the... Oh yeah, I wanted to put that into the locker. Can you go in there, please? Oh! I'm gonna run out of stuff, right? Yeah, so my thing is, right, this is the dilemma, and this is where, whether you have headphone knowledge or not, you can help out. Because I still think for my needs, even though, like, as much as I'd love it if money was no object, I'd be getting, like, the top of the line stuff. I feel tempted by the Bose QC 45s, maybe. That might be my pick if money was not an option. Although, anyway, that's besides the point. So, the XB910Ns, which came out in September of 2021, are, I think, the best value for someone who wants something beyond the basics, the sort of standard requirements of noise cancelling, but can't afford the crazy top tier stuff. I think they're actually really good value. The problem is that Sony have just revitalized their whole like headphone line. So they oh shit! I just realized I was gonna get crushed by that before it happened. They just replaced the XM4s with the XM5s. They just replaced the 510Ns with the 520Ns, and they just replaced the 710Ns with the 720Ns. And all of those are all basically, respectively, better than their predecessors. And that means, and based on like the release journey that these like models have had, the next one is going to be the 910Ns moving up to the 920Ns. And I could wait, given that I still think this middle of the road like area, which basically only this set of headphones operate in, is still the best for my needs. I could wait for the 920s to come out, and then, in fact, this isn't the right weapon. I need to switch to something else. Let's switch to something else. My thingy-mobob's going to sort me out. My little... Oh, come on, PS4. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh, no, is it doing the invisible gun thing? Oh, no, it's fine. I could wait for those to come out and be like, yes, okay, these have marginally better noise cancelling, and yes, these have marginally better, like, frequency response. But they might cost a lot more, and then I'll be like, nah, I'll still stick with the 910s. And the thing is, the way they've coloured the sound is going to be the same too, because they're still going to operate in that bass boosting, if they're going to be the next one along from the 910, in the same way that the 910s succeeded the 900s, they're going to be the same style. They're heavy bass, sharper highs, and like this sort of cinematic style headphone. And so, in terms of wanting to have something that's going to give me that more flat response, the difference is going to be probably negligible. And then the 910 is going to be probably the same price or maybe slightly cheaper than the 920, and it's going to make the 920 even less worth it because it'll be negligibly better than the 910 for my needs and more expensive. So now, I've done all this work, and I can't even buy the headphones that I want, because I've got to wait just to check if the 920s are going to be worth getting, and probably end up getting the 910s anyway. So that's my issue. Do you think I should wait? Should I wait for the 920s, or should I just smash into the 910s now?
I'm actually going to throw another curveball at you.
Oh no.
Just to really fuck you up.
Oh, go for it. This sounds okay.
What's your budget?
I feel like £150 max. And ideally I would have liked to have found something for £80, but they simply don't exist because they're just not worth it. Because like the Q30s, which you can get for like 60 quid, are better than anything else up to like basically up to the XB. The Sony XB910s, like there's nothing else better than it before that price range and up to that price range. There's just no point. Okay. Either you get the to me, I'm sure there'd be slight variation based on different personal needs, but for me personally, there is no point in getting anything other than the XB910s or the 20s should they come out, or the top of the line shit, which I don't think is worth the money for my needs. So go for it.
So, my follow-up question, do you have a Very account?
I don't have a Very account. Go on.
Well, you can get 20% off your first order. So,
wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, sorry. Let me finish your point, because I have a question about that. Go on.
My idea would be, why not buy your headphones and a PS5 on Very, get 20% off, essentially getting the headphones for free.
Right.
And use £150 off to lower the monthly payment back on the PS5.
Now, I like what you're thinking, and I've been down some of these roads, and I'm not sure I'm willing to. Because you see, in the long term, yes, it's a great idea, but it's still like a large sum, and I don't like the interest they almost always make. Now, I haven't checked Very's interest, how they do it, because a lot of other sites, a lot of other places I've checked, and the interest, you get interest on these payments, which I think is disgusting. If you're willing to like basically fork out for most of this stuff, I think it's really unfair that these massive companies still charge you interest.
So you can do it on a buy now, pay later. So you buy now, pay over so many months, and pay no interest.
And that's with Very.
Yeah.
Now, the whole 20% off thing...
I'll still getting 20% off your first order.
Now, the 20% off your first order, is that only if you sign up for a Very credit account?
Yes.
Right, now what's the situation with that? Because that's different to just, say, signing up with Very and giving them the email. That's where you have to, like... That's different. What's the difference between just simply having a Very account and having a Very credit account?
I don't know.
Because doesn't that differ where it's like, it's kind of like you're opening a bank account with them a bit, and like they base it on your interest. So I don't know how that works, because I see that and I'm like, yeah, I don't want you sticking your fingers in my pie. I don't know if that's worth 20%. You know what I mean? Like, what am I giving away, or what's the agreement if it's a credit account versus just email and password?
I don't know. I'm just throwing a curveball at you.
Okay.
To basically just... I'm trying to tick two boxes for you.
Yeah.
That the PS4 is being slow.
Yeah.
I need to try and move.
I like it. I'd have to look into the whole credit account thing, though, because to me, I see that, and it just turns me off, because I'm like, no, there's all kinds of other baggage that's coming with this now. If it's a credit account, I don't know if it means I have to like. Yeah. I just don't know. I haven't looked into it. I just see that it's different from just a regular account. Otherwise, they would just call it sign up to our Very newsletter and you'll get 20%. It's not. It's open a Very account, and they show like different representative API and all this. I'm like, right, that seems a bit more involved. And I'm like, fuck you off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. I'm kind of using the 20% from the PlayStation.
Yes.
Which would essentially give you £100.
Yeah, no, I like the...
So you could either go for a better set, headset-wise, and essentially increase your budget to 250, and essentially just be paying off just a monthly PlayStation 5, which isn't as bad because it's just one item.
Yes. Yeah, no, I definitely think it's... maybe I should look into what it means by getting the credit account. Like, how many other places do the credit account thing as well? Like, do you get your stuff by Very? Oh shit, I went down. Fuck, I should also look at what quests I've got active and make sure I'm fulfilling them.
I think Game do it as well, because the other one was if you can find a bundle that has the Pulse... Are they called the Pulse HDs?
Yeah, that's what Reese has.
What's that? Is that a set headphone set or something?
That's the PS5 headset.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Now, I'm wondering if they would be comparable at all.
I don't know. The gaming headset gets really different.
Open a fresh page on your...
A lot of the gaming headsets have quite different like feature sets to noise cancelling headphones, because you know that the big thing for me is like, I personally don't need like a gaming set, because most of the time I just use these and, you know, the mic that I've got in front of me, so I don't need any of that because I just use Discord and stuff. But
I know Reese's pulses are noise cancelling.
Yeah, I imagine they'd be pretty decent. See, the thing is for me is that I have like 1/2 of a gaming set to an extremely high quality, like that I'm using right now. But what I don't have is like the portability and the noise cancelling. And I would rather just get that. Oh, look at this. Have you seen this? What's going on with this fella? What's Jordan up to? Glitching back and forth from hell over here, apparently, into the void. So I would just want to get that other set that does all the noise cancelling and portability business. And where I would find a problem is if casual gaming, like if I was to just pick up a pair of headphones and use them now, like using the noise cancelling Bluetooth headphones that I'm looking at, for example, or pretty much any that isn't a gaming headset, you're going to get really noticeable latency. It's not really the same for like movies and shit. Like usually using a Bluetooth headset, a modern Bluetooth headset, the codecs are decent enough that you can not really have any latency when watching TV shows or movies on like a decent pair of Bluetooth headsets. But in gaming, you absolutely would notice it, and none of the mics would be compatible. So it wouldn't recognize the mic on my headset with the PS4 or any other console for that matter, and it would be lagging with the sound. So you don't want that. However, my theory, which I'm going to test, I'm going to buy a cable tonight and try it out on Nadia's Q30s, and then I'll know for sure. I think all you need to do is, as long as your Bluetooth headset has an aux with a typical 3.5mm jack, which, you know, most of them come with the cable and everything as well, like for example the Sonys I'm looking at do, all I would need to do is get a 3.5mm cable that comes with a basic built-in mic, similar to like how you get on like a lot of headphones these days, where they just have a line in like on the actual aux. And some of them can be quite sophisticated, like you can get them with the little wraparound little sort of fuzzy ball that goes in front of your mouth, or you can just go for this classic, like, you know, like most headphones until they went Bluetooth, where the mic's just in the cable of the mic, like around like your chin sort of area. So if I can just get one of those cables that plugs into the aux of the headphones and then the aux of the controller, happy days, mate. I can now use my really nice noise cancelling set that's not necessarily a game headset for the casual gaming as well. So then all my bases are covered. That's my idea. So I won't need to look at a gaming headset, because they often end up charging more because of the fact that they equate for latency even without the wire, which having a wire to me is fine, because I can either just plug it into the controller and have the controller wired, or if I want to move around I can just carry the controller with me and still have it wired into the controller. So I'm quite happy whenever I'm gaming and I'm not using the setup I am right now, I'm quite happy just using them plugged into the controller, and all I need is that line in cable, which I can get for like 10 quid or less on Amazon. So that's where I've worked out that angle. So that's all covered. But there are some nice gaming headsets that are definitely decent, but not so many of them look as nice or as necessarily as comfortable or portable as, say, just getting a set of noise cancelling headphones. The pulses look pretty good. I think I've seen those. They look quite nice and compact.
I don't know. I imagine they're actually quite bulky, but like they feel substantial. Like they feel like
the build quality is durable, right? Yeah, because that's the thing. So many gaming headsets as well. Like it's a shame that like the trend with a lot of these things is to have these massive, huge, big square things that look really bulky and ridiculous and have like thousands of lights on them. Like, it's so funny. At least Sony's ones are like quite sleek, you know, minimal. Oh fuck, I'm gonna fall down a hole. No, it's alright, everything's fine. I still, every time I think of like gamer related stuff like that, I always think of that meme that someone posted where it's like the RGB fetish for like gamers is like the equivalent of the live, love, laugh pictures that you get in like every home store. It's like, you know, almost every home has that very typical, you know, the white pictures with the borders and they just say live, love, laugh inside and things like that. That's like the gamer's equivalent is just smashing loads of RGBs into everything, which of course, like, plenty of people like those things. But it's like, it saturates the market to a point where you've got like a perfectly nice set of headphones and then it's just ruined by looking super tacky. Like the features of it, the physicality of it, blah blah, is lovely, and then it's just got a really tacky, shiny, plasticky look with like all these lights on.
The skies will remain free of weapons.
Yeah.
For the time being.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I just throw a variable.
Yeah,
out.
I think I'm gonna have to look at it more, aren't I suppose, because it's like I don't want to disturb you guys, but I'm heading off as I need to be up and out early tomorrow, and it was fun as always hanging out in call with you. Oh, okay, that's sure.
Horace had to get off. She's at uni tomorrow.
Do you know what? I thought it was that other guy. I thought it was the guy who spammed. I just, because I'm looking at it at a distance, and it looks so similar written down. I thought it was the porous guy, not Horace. I was like, how come they sound all chill and nice now, but they were like a spam artist before? I was like, is ChatGPT in my chat? Because it sounded like they've just converted to be human and like they understand they've like read the room now after the first message didn't go well. Sorry, Horace. That's absolutely fine, mate. It was it's nice to have you, of course, and we'll see if we can get you and NPOP to meet up at uni, and yeah, look forward to the next time you're on, and look forward to the next DBD sesh we do when you can play. And now that we've got NPOP on the Switch, we can have NPOP on as well, which will be good. And then so you two can be the ultra novices. I'll be like, I'm still a novice, obviously, but that could be that'll be even more entertaining for Bolt, having another person to completely sabotage who doesn't know what they're doing.
Oh, have you heard of that weirdo, Rando? American.
I haven't, but I did notice their Discord name changed. Like, it's still the same name, but they've got like a little prefix to it now.
Cobra.
And I'm surprised that I could see that, because like obviously.
Yeah. Cobra Sin.
Anyway, yes, that's still the highest one. Get rid of that. Yeah, I guess I'll have to look into the 20% off business.
Because you could even do a second setup for NPOP using the PS4.
Oh my god, that would be... Oh my god, then we could have crazy PlayStation LAN parties. Yeah, that's true. I hadn't even thought about... Like, the PS5 thing just seems like such a far-off dream to me. With all the other, like, priorities in life, like the luxury of a PS4, it's just like I'm not even considering how I would implement it in my home. You know? But that's true. It would open up a world of possibilities. They did right now the 910s are actually I think they've come down in price recently from whatever they used to be, like 180 or something. They're now 149, and on Amazon 148. But in the curries, the black ones were 139 and the blue ones were the standard 149. So that turned me on even more. I was like, ooh, £10 off.
All Sony products sold on Sony Store Online.
Oh yeah, there's the reseller, Sony's reseller. See, they have...
No, it's my blue light discount. I get discount for it.
Oh, how come?
Because I work for the NHS, I get discounts.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's cushy. So did you get the discount for your PlayStation then when you bought those?
No, I won't work for the NHS then.
Oh.
But if you buy anything offline, do give me a shout and I will have a look if I have a discount code for it.
Yes. Yes, we need to reap whatever benefits we can for having those NHS connections. NHS staff should be able to buy as many PlayStations as they want. That should just be the law.
But I can get discount at Sony Store Online.
That's brilliant. I was going to say, because the Sony have like a refurbishment side to their site, and it's pretty good. Like, in a way,
but
if you think about it.
It says 5% off all Sony products sold on the Sony Store Online.
That's good. That's significant, you know, if it's like a big... Oh, funk, I should have been watching what that ogre was doing. Well, at least I got my fusion rifle calibrated. Okay,
yeah.
Got that quest done. Let's just get that out of the way.
But yeah, just give me a shout and I'll have a look if I've got a discount code for it.
That's very kind of you. I will.
It's alright.
I will holler. I need to watch what I'm actually doing here. This is a I really like this raid. This is really easy for this class.
29% off London Eye tickets.
Really? Well, let me tell you, you fucking need it because it's an absolute rip-roaring rip-off. Anytime I have friends here that... Whoa! Where was that? Who just knocked me off? Anytime I have friends here who... wait, is that? Oh, he's on our team. Who are not from, like, the UK or whatever, we always, take them around the sites. And I always say... They always talk about going on the London Eye. I was like, don't worry, mate. We're not going to go on the London Eye. We'll go to it, and we'll stand there and complain about how much of a rip-off it is, and then we'll move on, okay? And every time we do it, we just go there, stand next to the London Eye, see the massive, disgusting queues, and complain about how long the wait is, and then see how disgusting the price is. And they always go. I've not had a single person. To be fair, I've only done it like 3 times now, where each person would come with me,
I can get
and then just be like, yeah, that was not worth it. We don't need to go.
Tickets at the London Dungeons as well.
See, that could be a bit more interesting. That's probably a bit more worth it. I mean, I don't think I would like that anymore. I think maybe when I was younger, I'd find that quite interesting, but right now, I just think I'd find that really uncomfortable and grim.
And what's this one? Combined and save. Wait, save up to 54% versus buying each attraction individually at full price.
You just reeling off your
Madden
connections.
Source and the Sea Life. 54% off.
Do you have a discount to Shrek World?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's one of my favourite things that's just appeared on the front. That's quite recent, I think, in London. And I'm so pleased. Every time I walk past there, it just puts a smile on my face. That Shrek is such a big deal now that he even has a fucking, like...
It doesn't say how much. Let me see if I can find out.
Shrek, for God's sake. Shrek in general is one of my favourite memes of all time. Just what a universal sensation Shrek is. It's so fantastic.
You get the book online via the link that they give me.
Have you ever been to the Sky Garden?
Never, not been to London.
Oh, okay.
I've been once when I was, well, we've been a few times, but not.
So we went to Coco's.
Yeah, Coco's.
And Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I went shopping in London when I was pregnant with Reese, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. Would you have liked it if you weren't pregnant?
Nope, because people are fucking assholes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of people who aren't from most major cities, like even just any of the, and even a northern city, to be fair, like if you're from Newcastle, you're still going to find it unbearable to come to London. But like a lot of people around this country, if you're not from a city that's in any way similar to London, you're just going to feel that everyone is super like,
rude and obnoxious.
Yeah. But the thing is like it's other people who are amongst that don't feel that way. Like when you're used to that quite fast, loud, and upfront way of being, like you're not standing there feeling like someone else has been rude. You're just like, yep, fine, yep, you carry on, that's all good, like we're all in this together, that's fine. Like when you're used to that vibe, you realize that people aren't actually being rude. Of course there are plenty of people that are still being like completely horrendous, but I think there's an amount where like when you're so unused to it, there's this sense that people are being really dickish when a lot of people are just being normal, because that's that very fast, close pace of life that is just very intense about London, that is just not for most people. And a lot of people are totally chill with it. In fact, some people like that. Some people like how immediate and shoulder brushy and loud and let's move, let's go type thing that you get. And it's not the same like when you go to like more the residential areas. It's not as bad. But certainly when you're in like the main areas of London,
we were going to Hamleys and people were just fucking horrible.
Oh my god, Hamleys is going to be one of these like, places like that are super irritating as well, because that's too. It's already pretty crushed up and intense in there. Like there's so much going on. Like that, places like that make me feel uncomfortable. Like even if it was like empty, because it's such a sensory onslaught that there's and it depends. Like a lot of the time, I can kind of know that going in and kind of accept it and almost be like enjoying and reveling in the overwhelming element of it. but I have to be like in the right mindset, and it has to be stuff that I'm interested in. Like, I'm quite happy to be sensorily overloaded with things that I like, but if it's something that I don't like, it's very difficult for me to deal with. Like, because I'm just very sensitive. I'm just very sensitive, yeah. So when it's something I don't like that, I'm like, oh no, it can make me feel physically sick really, really quick.
Yeah,
Hamleys is one of those type of places.
I nearly had a panic attack and ran out of the place. It was fucking awful.
Did it feel... Have you ever been like at the front row of a concert where there's like so many people and they're pressing on you and you feel like you can't breathe and stuff? Is it kind of like that, but brought about in a different way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super nasty to deal with. Lads. Wait, I need to drop my thing. I'm playing this so mindlessly. I feel so bad for my team. Like, I don't know if I'm actually being very helpful here. I love getting the finishers. Wait, do I have a bunch of this? I love getting the finishers in this, where you press that right analog stick in and you do like a special move like this. Are you weak? Yeah, okay. When I do this, it gives that little demo. I think it gives me a couple of frames of invincibility, but it also gives me, when I kill an enemy like that, it gives me an overshield, so it actually gives me protection after having done it. My health bar goes blue and it gives me that health shield. Yeah, it's one of the things I have equipped. I find it really useful. Okay, I shouldn't have been standing eye to eye with the ogre while he's in full pelt. Should have thought about that. Right, what we got? I should also use my bigger weapon.
Everyone. Except for survivors and children aged under 2.
Okay, is that enough to finish? That's enough to finish. Okay, chill clip is so good. Whoa, accuracy. Give me the orbs. Oh, mate, I've not been tracking my orbs. I need to collect more orbs and get those charges. No wonder I'm not doing much damage.
Oh, did you get your challenge done?
Do your kinetic.
I got that done. I picked up some more, which I've not been finished, but I have like 24 hours or whatever to complete those.
Okay.
So it's fine. So, to me, that's the best way to do it in this game. Is if you pick up your challenges like for one, because this game refreshes the bounties like at 5 o'clock every day. I think it is. Or 5 o'clock to wherever your time zone is. So I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock to the UK. It might be 6 though. And so if you get 24 hours to do your bounties, and if you finish your bounties from like Monday, for example, at like 4 o'clock, or you can go ahead and pick up your bounties for the next day at 5. But what you can also do is just wait until like 5 while you've got your bounties from the previous day, and then collect the next set at the same time. So you can do them like almost at the same time, because you can just knock out like the bounties from the previous day and then immediately collect the bounties for the next day and do them all in the same like play window. Like, 'cause obviously, because basically there's certain bounties which you can stack up like a lot, like the ones that cost at the end of the selection, like when you go to a vendor, like any of the characters, they stand and you can pick up bounties from them. The first 4 or 5 are ones that you can only get once per day, and then there's one at the end which costs like way more than the others, and it doesn't give you as much experience, but you can keep getting that. As long as you keep doing it, you can pick up a new one every time you do it, and you can pick up like 5 of those per go. So if you pick up the maximum amount of those for like 4:30, and then it rolls around 5 o'clock, you can pick up the next day's lot of regular bounties and be doing those regular bounties while you do all the extra ones you stacked up from the previous day at the same time. And every time you do a bounty from the previous day, you can then immediately go and replace it with a bounty from today. So it's just a more efficient way of doing it. It's not like a huge time save, but it definitely makes a difference. It helps you get through things faster. Right, that's the worst time to have dropped that.
Nice.
I'm wasting it.
Have you
Yes.
Dezzdiny?
Oh, fun.
Not in a long time.
It might not look as fun right now because I'm kind of making a bit of a hash of it. I'm playing very mindlessly, but I really enjoy it. I quite enjoy playing Destiny in a mindless way. A lot of people will take it pretty seriously, especially with the PvP and the raids and stuff. You have to be quite skillful and know what you're doing, but I quite like just running around and
just shoot things.
Yeah. The feeling of the guns, the sound of it, the visuals, it's a really fun, like, kinesthetic, auditory experience. Oh, funk's sake with you. Special shite. Sometimes other
Ryan.
players. Yeah.
On 4Bs as well, we're over a level 100.
You're over level 100?
Yeah.
What level am I?
Pass. I don't know.
If you're level 100, I must be like level 10 or something.
It was like double XP for a bit and we were playing with double XP.
No, that's the boss. Okay, so that... Once they get to the... Oh yeah, that's another thing as well. This game offers stuff like that where like you log in at certain times and be like, oh, this week we've got double XP on such and such, and you're like, right, pile into that. I like how games do that now, like the live, because part of it can be annoying. Like there's certain things when they do it time locked, and if you're not available, it's a shame. But there's a sense of making it feel a bit more alive, you know, like the way events are more public and stuff. I quite enjoy that. Shit, both my teams sacked it. Oh no, one of them's still going. I think one of my teammates just went down. Oh, there's a big ogre. It's too late now. Oh, Funky's gonna kill me. Oh, man, it should just... That was... Mate, if I hadn't dropped that, I probably would have been shafted. Right, we need to get this spire... Oh, here we go. Right, I need to chuck this at this freak. Because I have to kill this fake boss. Otherwise... Oh, shit. I just saw her winding up for that. I should have jumped out of the way instead of trying to continue to do damage. That's my main problem with a lot of these games when I'm playing casually. I don't... I just stand there shooting. I'm like, oh, they're going to kill me, but oh well, I can just respawn. And I think I would get a lot more fun if I just took cover earlier. I'm just so lazy, so complacent. Right, they brought the actual boss back now, so we can carry on. That's good. Right, let's... Oh, mate, don't die. Don't do what I just did. And now we're going to be back to the next stage, and we'll have to chuck the spear. Ah, get out of the way. Chuck the spear. There we go. Right, now where's all the minions? I am not getting my bonuses because I'm not killing the minions. Right, we need to look at our challenges again as well. It's been a while since I looked at the quests. I probably could have done... Oh! Quickly save my teammate here. Now, we need to get up here. Oh, I'll tell you what, now's a good time for this. There's lots of minions everywhere. Let's ruin their days. How much can we take this ogre? Oh, it's going pretty fast. That's pretty effective. Now let's get all these minions. Bye. Yeah, baby. We need orbs of power so that we can get our armor charges and kill things much faster. And how we do that is we need to keep killing people with the void weapon. Oh good, you're going to be down soon. There's a new thing which they introduced this season which I really like in terms of how you stack like damage. It's similar to how they did it before, but it's what you do now is if I rapidly kill these enemies with a certain type of weapon, I'll get orbs of power to drop, the little white, like the spheres with like a white center. So like now it should drop one of this. Oh no, okay, there's not enough enemies to do it. And if you pick up enough of them, you're basically every time you pick one up, you get an armor charge. As long as you've got the right stuff equipped, you can basically set it up so you can get these things called armor charges. And you can carry a certain amount, and you can increase how many you can carry. So here we go, right? This, are they a bit too strong? No, okay, so if I kill more than one of these, there we go. So I'm dropping orbs of power, these little orbs here. If I pick that up, I've now got an armor charge. And if I keep killing them, I'll get more armor charges. Oops. There you go, there's another one. Another orbs and get another armor charge. And now I've got 2 armor charges, and for every armor charge I have, the more damage I do. So I become more and more powerful. But I'm not getting frequent enough kills. Here we go. How have they not killed this boss yet? Lads, what are you playing at? Right, let's just finish this up with the heavy, shall we?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
There we go. Bye-bye.
I think Vanya's getting used to my burping now.
It's just accepted.
Yeah, so my armor charges I can get... I can carry 5, which is almost the maximum of 6. And I've increased their duration for 15 seconds apiece. So as long as I keep getting a new armor charge every 15 seconds, I can keep my armor charges up, which means I can keep my damage output up, which is great. Weekly objective.
I think is Ryan ignoring us?
No, I just don't have anything worthwhile to respond. I mean, you know.
I'm gassy at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But you know, you said it. I'm used to it. Like, there's only so many times I'm going to be like, oh.
What, my manly man burps?
Yeah. It's the kind of thing where
man burps coming from a woman.
Like, maybe certain new audience members are not going to be bothered, but then they're probably not. Oh my god, how was I the most... Okay, so this guy had that many kills and didn't have a higher score. So they must have just been going after a lot of minions then, rather than the bigger characters. That's mental. I really thought... I'm surprised that I was actually the most sort of... In terms of the numbers don't necessarily tell you everything. Sometimes a player might do all the right things and not necessarily be a higher score on the board, but I thought I was making such a hash of that. So I guess they were making even more of a hash of it. Oh! Is it stasis? Oh, I haven't unlocked my stasis class yet, so I can't get this time's pinnacle. That's a shame. Right, let's have a little look at the quests. Oh, we've unlocked the new... No, okay, there's no rewards there. 2 more. Right, we got 1 of these. Any more? Okay, so the next thing, we want to defeat Nightfall Champions. Okay, we can't do that yet. We could do that. Let me just check, actually. Do I have access to the current Nightfall? Probably not, because it'll be DLC. Show me! Yeah, yes, okay. It's DLC. Brilliant.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Oh, yeah. Did I have... I've had some. Yes, I have had some.
Smash that H2O.
Yeah, oh my god. I was really, really impressed by how smooth some of the materials on the earpads of these headphones are these days. It was actually... It almost turned me on.
What?
Talk about a strange change of subject.
I don't know where it popped into my head, but it just did. I was just thinking about how I caressed the earpad on the Bose QC45s today.
Jesus Christ.
Did you get thrown out the door afterwards? Like,
Yeah.
please leave. He's
Yeah.
manhandling all the headphones.
I tell you, because you know what I'm like, and I had my phone and I was testing all out the EQs and like going back and forth. They must have been looking at me thinking I was super. Because to me it's normal. It's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. This is what I need. I need to know. I have to do it. And they must have seen me take like the same pairs of headphones on and off my head like 100 times today and be like, is he still not sure like what the difference is? Or I'm like, no, I'm not. Okay, I need to know every minute detail and I need to test every style of song on every style of... Just let me do it, okay?
Leave me be.
They only approached me twice, and in fact, the funny thing is one of the staff members, he came up to me and he goes, oh, hey, can I help you there? And in my head I'm thinking, definitely not, mate. I know more about this than everyone in this building, right? Like, you don't know how many hours I've sunk into this topic recently, okay? Now, you may know more over your lifetime, but let me tell you right now, if we're going to do an exam, buddy, I'm getting full marks and you're not going to know on page 1. Right, now, part of me is like having that ridiculous mindset, but part of me is like, okay, this could be helpful, so let's just ask a basic question. And I was looking at the numbers. It's almost completely unrelated to what I actually care about, but I noticed on the thing, you know how they have like model numbers, and when you go into any shop, it's always like this. You'll see like the standard commercial model number that the headphones are marketed as. For example, the Sony WH-CH720Ns is like the full name as the headphones as far as I know or care, right? Same with the XB910Ns. That's the full name. But in a shop, you'll always see some extra like numbers and letters after it that are specific to like that issue of that model and like the color of the model and all this business, right? And so there's only one set of headphones that they've got of the XB910Ns on display for me to use right now, for them to test out. And there's two labels with two different prices on the table, like in front of them. And they both say XB910N, except one of them has like a couple of other letters and numbers after it, and another one has another. So I ask him, I say, can I help you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, do you know what the difference between these two models are? Because I can see one here says it's £139 and the other one says it's £149. Now, I have my suspicion as to what the reason is. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm hoping that as a store employee they can tell me. And they just go, oh yeah, it's a different one. This is and then he starts realizing that the model that's listed, there's only one on display, and he went to pick up the one next to it thinking it must be the one next to it, but that's not. That's a different set of headphones altogether that has a totally different model name. And then he went to the left-hand side and looked to the right and was like, oh, and you could see him like having this existential crisis all of a sudden, like, well, but there's two labels, but it's for the same headphones, but there's only one set of headphones, so, but it's not the one right of it, because that's a different set, and it's not the one left of it, because I'm just sitting there letting him get on with it, and he goes, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. And I was like, well, that's really nice that he tried, like, but you could tell that he just thought I was kind of being blind or something. And he's like, I tell you, I'm gonna get someone else to look at it for you. I was like, okay, cheers, thanks. Now, I think all it was is that there's like two colours that they have in stock. I think the letters were referencing that one set's black and one set's blue, and they just have some extra numbers in. They space it out. They make it look really weird. Like, instead of just having the words blue or black, it's like BL space K space CE space, like just Y, you know. And but you can kind of assume that, well, there's a BL in here and there's a U here, there's a K there, like maybe that's indicating, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was, right? And he just disappeared. He said, I'll get someone to look at it. No one came back. No one came back to help me.
Because he was looking for security, right?
No one came back to help me. Until I was walking out the door, and one of the other guys said, oh yeah, can I help you? Is everything good? And I was about to leave, and I was like, well... So I went back to the headphones. I was like, yeah, actually, I just wanted to... Can you tell me? There's two models of headphones here. Can you just tell me? Because I'm like, hey, maybe this guy's different. And he basically spent like 2 seconds looking at it, and he was just like, yeah, that's the black one and that's the blue one. Yeah. You can see from the letters here. I was like, okay, sure. And I think he's probably right. He still seemed like he was kind of winging it. I was like, okay, so it's £139 for the black one and £149 for the blue one. And he was like, he was almost about to shrug his shoulders and be like, yeah, sure. Like, not in that non-confident, like, let's just say it is, you know, kind of way. But he managed to, like, maintain composure and be like, yeah, like that. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then I just was like, all right, bye. It's just so funny.
How long were you there?
Honestly, it was probably... Oh, God, I did that thing again where I say honestly. Okay, I'm not lying the rest of the time, I promise. Just because I said honestly doesn't mean that I was lying up until now. Please stop me saying that stupid phrase, these silly things that we do. I was probably there. I can check for a fact actually, because Nadia called me while I was there, going, "Are you still alive? Are you going to come back? Like, are you gone to space?" No, she did call me. It was completely unrelated, and she was not bothered in the slightest that I was there or not. But I can probably check from the call how long it was. I imagine it was less than an hour, but probably more than half an hour.
Yeah, Ryan.
But I did look at sound bars and Bluetooth speakers as well. So it wasn't all headphones.
No, you can spend that long looking at shit. Come on.
But the thing is, it's interesting to me as well, and it is like good ear training. Like, it's really enjoyable and interesting working out how to balance each set of headphones. So like if you've got 5 different brands of headphones, like, or maybe like 2 of the same brand but different models and stuff, and I'm there trying to work out how to get each one to basically have an objective thing where if I play like say 5 different types of song on this headphone and the same 5 different types of song on another headphone, and I have these balances on the EQ, am I gonna be able to work out where the flaws and pluses of this headphone is based on these EQ settings and blah blah blah. And you could easily spend like a week doing it. Like think of all the permutations and differences there could be. Like I could just be there for the whole fucking week, like 8 hours a day. So to me, I'm like extreme speed running it and being really like ruthless. To me, that half an hour or an hour is like
over 40 minutes listening to essentially EPs or whatever with multiple sets of headphones isn't rushing at all.
It is, mate. It fucking is. If you've got like a 4 or 5 band EQ, think of how many different positions you could put that, like those EQ-ins, and how many different songs you could use, and how many different parts of the song where the different sibilances of this vocal and the bass drop of this kick and things like that are. Like there's so much stuff to analyze, you know?
But you just wanted a casual set of headphones, you don't need to.
Yeah, but think about it. I'm going to be listening to that set of headphones for hopefully years afterwards. I don't want to be like, well, maybe the 720 ends a bit. I want to be like, no, I've made the right choice. You're just ridiculing someone for being autistic. This is totally unfair. No, but I enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Okay, all right.
And so I did come away actually thinking, because when I came back to the computer afterwards, and I was like reminding myself like what the frequency responses looked like of each headphone, and like where the actual like frequency points in the inbuilt EQs are and things like this, and all these other little, because it wasn't just sound that I was analyzing, although sound was the main thing. While I was there, my main 2 things were like, how comfortable are they? This is 3 things. How good is the noise cancellation, and how like can I get the sound to sound how I want it and enjoy it for years to come, right? You know, like with all those things, am I going to be comfortable with this for years? Am I going to enjoy the sound for years? And is this noise cancelling going to suit me for years or whatever, right? So those were the 3 main things. But when I came back to the computer and I could like look again at some of the other stuff I collected, like the frequency responses of the different ones, I was really kind of interested to see that most of the places where I'd adapted the EQ, because I didn't have the frequency responses in front of me because I didn't want to have that influence me, and I didn't want to remember like the frequency response. It was almost exactly, in most of the cases, was where the variations in the frequency response was. So like if there was a big notch at such and such a place, or boost in that EQ in one place, and what I had opted to boost like the closest slider in the inbuilt EQ to that place. And so I was quite happy. I was like, clearly my ears haven't like fallen out of love with things from a technical point of view. Like, you know, because I could have just been boosting God knows what frequency, and when I came back and looked at it, I was like, do you know what? I was actually changing the EQ to compensate for all the color in the frequency response as best I could. This was actually probably, if I was to look at the frequency response and do it in comparison, I probably would have moved the EQ to the same places. So I was quite pleased to see that I had identified sonically, without the paperwork in front of me, where the things were.
Yeah.
But I was also interested that in some cases, the boosts, rather like, there were some parts where rather than boost it, I was reducing it. And when I was looking back and then having the data in front of me, I was like, actually, it might have been better to dip that rather than to boost it. Like, as in to dip the other frequency. Because in some cases, there was like a boosted frequency where there's like a, you know, like a V shape almost in the response, where the one frequency next to it is really low and the one above it's really high. And I would be boosting the one that's low rather than reducing the one that's high, or, you know. And I think in some cases it probably would have been better to reduce the one, to boost the one that was, reduce the one that was high rather than boost the one that's low, and balance it in that way. But
okay, so you were making a flat response.
Yeah. Well, mostly, because that was just the way I was going to have the best view of whether I would tolerate or enjoy the sound. So, like, if I can work from flat first, usually that helps me see what the potential of the speaker is, because the headphones are, because obviously different songs are going to stick out in different places depending on how they've been mixed and like what kind of music it is. If it's rock, like huge difference between like rock and house music, for example, in terms of how they sound. And so tuning how I like it to sound with rock might not work with how I like it to sound with house, whereas if you're flat, you can have more of a common ground between the two. So that's why I was like going for aiming for flat. Oh, both of these players left the activity immediately. I wonder if I did really bad. Oh, I did. Okay,
they might have been hearing this conversation.
They probably were hearing the conversation, but I think because I'm so focused on headphones right now, look how shit my performance is compared to the last conversation where I was just joking around.
I was about to mention, we're talking about headphones about an hour straight.
Yeah. OCD, baby!
He's actually spent more time talking about his time at the shop than he has at the shop.
I actually have probably by now, yeah.
So, right.
OCD, baby!
Yeah, just one more thing. Well, two more things, but I'll start with one. Did you actually buy anything from this shop?
No! Which is why I opened this conversation.
Not even like as a token gesture.
Yeah, like when you go into a place to use a toilet, you should at least buy a coffee, you mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck it, I'll just buy this. I'll just buy this sound system.
Just chilling out, listening to music with multiple sets of headphones.
No. I was not chilling out. I was not chilling out, baby. I was working very, very hard.
And they've just gone, he's not even fucking pot.
Yeah. I am
you
tempted
to buy just like a HDMI cable or something.
I am tempted to go back and get those £139 black XB 910Ns, but there's just something about the
Ryan, for the love of God, just buy those headphones.
the way around like 6K, about 8K, 8 to 10K, which they do actually have quite a big boost, like a sharp like boost in that area of the frequency spectrum. It's just a bit, I worry that it will not satisfy me because I will notice the sharpness of it too often.
Yeah, but you are aware that those headphones won't be broken in yet.
Well, they're in this shop and they've been listened to by a bunch of people, so I imagine they'll be broken a reasonable amount, right? Because I was thinking about that. Would they not be broken in? Like, how long does a model have to be tested out before it's broken in?
Work me.
Quite a while.
Usually they say it's like 2 days or something, like 48 hours, 36 hours, something like that.
What's that?
How long to break in headphones?
Do we have to carry on?
Okay.
But you're right.
My last thing, in regards to it, what do you listen to music on?
What do I listen to music on?
Like app-wise, is it Spotify, Apple Music?
Oh, usually I listen to it on my phone direct from the hard drive. Oh shit, what is it? I always forget. Oh, they've added this thing above is shooting at the beginning of this strike now, and I always forget it's really strong. No, I just use like either sometimes I'll use my iPod, but a lot of the time now I use my phone, and I also have some like high resolution files on my phone.
Right, you know you'll have an EQ on your phone that's independent.
I don't think my music app or any of the...
Do you use Spotify?
No, I don't use Spotify. I just use...
No.
I think it's... I'm trying to think what the name of the app is. It's just like the Android for whatever, like... Because my phone is kind of old. Like mine's an XZ Sony... Oh, it's a Sony product. my phone's... Because I've got it mainly because it's the most durable fucking thing. It's a few years old, and it's just like the Android music app or whatever. And as far as I'm aware, that's going to be interesting. So does that have an EQ? Does it? That has just like that's a coloured sound already. It doesn't just give me the files as they are.
I imagine that it'll have an EQ curve, or you can set an EQ curve within the app.
Okay, because I'm not aware that this app has, because there's not many settings to it, and I will have to check that, because if that's the case, then I need to make sure that that's as it should be. But as far as I was aware, no, it's just a music app. It's just like, just plays the files as they are. And I don't think there's any... If there is something like that, I've never used it, and it should just be set to like default or whatever.
Yeah.
But, so what would you... do you think maybe I have that there, and that's also conflicting with my testing? Because I'm not aware that actually I might be listening to my music with an EQ and not even realise it?
Maybe. I've just thrown it out there as another curveball.
I would hope not. That would, yeah, I'll have to go back and have another hour with a flat EQ on my phone. No, I think it should be fine. I'm pretty sure, and I'll be kind of marginally devastated if my like Android music app has had an EQ on this whole time. But I don't think it has.
What's that mean?
There's like moisture build up in there.
I've not been near any water.
But I know, like, so if I listen on my computer, like, if I'm playing something off YouTube or I'm playing something out of iTunes, which obviously iTunes I know because where the EQ is for that, and I usually have that flat, or I know what I want to do with that EQ, so obviously I'll know if it's flat or not. If I'm using that's going to be fine, isn't it? It's not like the program's going to give me some dodgy coloration. Like, just listening to something flat out of YouTube or listening to something flat out of iTunes with no EQ, that's surely just as is, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it must be. I doubt. I mean, it's not going to be the same as, like, say, having the digital album with, like, FLAC files or high-res audio files, you know. But, I mean, with iTunes it is. I don't know how higher resolution audio YouTube supports. I don't think it does. I think YouTube might just be MP3, unfortunately. But if you're listening on iTunes, I'm pretty sure they have... I've used their high-res like functions before, and I know my phone supports high-res audio because you can listen to WAV files and AIF files on my phone app, and that's usually pretty good. I don't know if I've never listened to FLAC on my phone, but I've listened to it on the computer. But I'm not one of these people that's like needs to have everything in FLAC. I really don't care that much. MP3 is usually totally sufficient a lot of the time. Check my character when you get got the master challenge done on first, dropped an adept sidearm that looks ridiculous. Check my character when you get a Mo. Okay, we'll check Andy's character. Apparently he's got something on him that looks ridiculous. So after this strike, when I've stopped fannying about. This one, I really like this strike because it's usually really easy to just murk everything, but I've just been running around talking about headphones and not shooting much.
Well, let me join the conversation while talking about headphones.
I think Andy left, did basically everything he had to do, and then come back to
the same conversation.
Yeah. I call it the Glock and Balls. Okay, so Andy's got a weapon on him called the Glock and Balls, and it's not his actual human appendage. Interesting.
Not his actual weapon.
Yeah, it's not. Right, thanks for that, lads. Okay, now I'm gonna... Wait, can I put my ship on? I'm just gonna assume they're gonna do this, and I'll just go ahead and... Yeah, okay, chill. I'll just go ahead to the next bit while they finish that. Get this rolling so we can get through it faster. In fact, yeah, if I go ahead... Oh my lord, that did not work out well. If we go ahead here... Nadia, can you open that window, please? Is that radiator on? Why? Are you not roasting hot? I know I've got a jumper on, but I'm just realising that I'm roasting hot. Why is it so roasting hot in the place? Let's not have the heating on if it's roasting hot. Let's be energy efficient. Please, we are in the middle of an energy crisis. Turn off those pipes, woman. It's not just that. The radiator's smashing it out. Mate, open a window and turn the radiator off. This is insane. I've sat in front of this... I've sat in front of this many times with many layers on and not gotten hot. Something's going on. Something is
trying to suffocate you to get your flying.
I think maybe. They're just trying to sweat me out of the chair, just so I slip off.
You've been talking about headphones too much.
Yeah. It's
getting
me hot. Which I could feel my heartbeat in some of the headphones. Then there was like quite a lot of cabin pressure in some of them.
Christ.
Did you know this? I expect a lot of lay people wouldn't know that certain noise cancelling headphones have quite an elevated amount of cabin pressure. That when you put them on, you can actually feel like that sense of when you're in an airplane. Airplane? Why did I say it like an American? Oh, shoot me. Nothing wrong with American people. It's just not who I am. Okay, I want to be true to myself.
British through and through.
Yeah, British. Not that I care. Not that I'm like proud to be. I was just born here. Okay. Yeah, some of them have no cab impression, some of them have a lot. It's interesting. If you don't have music on and you just put them on, you can just hear your heart beating. And it's like, whoa. Just like knocks out all the noise around you and you just hit. And it's pretty intense.
Oh, can you see that?
I need to change. Why am I using these same weapons, man? I'm like, as much as I like these guns, let's put something else on. What else can we use here? We'll stick with this. Let's change. Should we change this? Let's change to. Oh fuck! I'm getting hurt. It's too late now. Let's just get this done. We'll change in between. And we need to look at. We need to get this done, and we need to look at Andros's wacky gear.
Oh, did you see that?
Can you turn off? Have you turned off the radiator?
No, she turned it off.
Oh god, she's just gone silent on me. Right, that's it.
She's put a noise cancelling headphones back on.
Yeah. Do you want to know something that I think is very funny on the subject of headphones? But you'll be pleased about it because now I'm pivoting. I'm going to pivot, and you're going to love it. For a long time now, Nadia has said to me, "You need to get noise cancelling headphones," because I'm so tired of like. Well, it makes it sound like she's being like really cross or evil, but she's not. She just thinks that a lot of the time when I like to put music on, I have my little portable speaker, or I'm just around the house with the speakers in the living room on. I like to have music a lot. Some days I'll go through a whole day where I just smash music all the time. Other days like not at all. But a lot of the time she just thinks I would do better, like if I could just block out the noise and just walk around without having a cable or anything, and then she doesn't have to listen to anything that I'm listening to, and I can be comfy and shut off with the music. And I agree. I think I'm looking into headphones for myself, but I wasn't even looking into that kind of stuff for myself because it just wasn't a priority. I was like, I'd love to get around to it, but I don't know how to do it. Just one of those things, like another one of those many things I would like to do, but I'm just not organizing myself to do. But then Nadia said that she wanted some noise cancelling headphones because she was getting really sick and tired of the fact that she just can't focus at uni, and she has real trouble like being able to get on with things if she can't block out stuff and have like calming music on and things like this, right? And a lot of her environments that she's been trying to work in have just been awful. And I was like, oh, that's terrible. I have to do the research now and make sure that Nadia can get a pad. So then I did all the research for Nadia and found a decent pair and everything, and that kind of whetted my appetite. I was like, oh, I've done some of the groundwork for myself here as well, maybe I should continue, right? And she said she was so uptight about me getting the headphones because she was so stressed about me not being able to like enjoy myself and focus myself, but without making noise for her to deal with, which I think was also major projection, whether she realized it or not. I think a lot of it was the fact that she was kind of projecting how much she needed it without really realizing it on me. She was like, I'm going to buy you them. Let me just trust this, please. Let me just buy your headphones. Just look, just please. Let me buy you these. Let me buy you these. And I was like, no, I have to do the research. I don't want to just you to get me anything. I'm really particular. I want to get a good deal, blah, 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 all this, right? And here I am. I've done all this work now and got this pair of headphones for Nadia. And then she turned around to me yesterday and she said, did you say I have to pay you back for these? And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I said I would get them for you just because I know what I'm doing and everything, and I'll get them so that you don't have to worry, and I'll just make sure that you have them as soon as possible so you don't have to do all the researching and all this blah blah blah. I'll just get a pair that I know that will be worthwhile, and then you can just pay me back. And she was like, oh, I didn't think I had to pay you back. I thought you'd get me as a gift. I was like, mate, this whole thing started because you wanted to buy me headphones. I was like, how did you Jedi mind trick me into buying you headphones and thinking that I would pay for them? How did this work? And I was like, she's a genius. Anyway, we rectified that, and everything's all clear. Everything was transparent. We all know who wanted to buy what for who, and everything's sorted. I'm still getting a pair. Nadia's happy with her pair or whatever, but yeah, it was quite a funny spin around.
Out of the goodness of your heart, you actually charged her still?
Yeah, I actually said, and I quote, well, something along the lines of, mate, my gift is the hours of research that went into getting this pair, okay?
Oh, you asshole.
It's like, woman, I am the gift.
You wouldn't even have these if I hadn't spent the time looking at it, because I know what you're like. You're exactly like me. You wouldn't have done this for yourself. You wouldn't have done it. And the only reason it's happened is because I've done it. And you know what? There is like a kind of a odd and slightly sad truth in this. Like, both of us, I think, would benefit a lot from having a decent pair of, like, Bluetooth headphones that are noise cancelling. In fact, I know some people in particular, it's almost essential. Like, certain people, the way their minds work and how it takes people to concentrate and things like that. Like, one of my friends, I think when he got his decent pair of noise cancelling headphones, he got some really nice ones. He got like the XM4s, like this from Sony, which are like the top of the line, well, at the time, top of the line. And it's like been a major mental health like pickup thing. Like, it helps him out in a lot of ways, because he's like, in the way he can sort of think and shut off from the world and do other stuff, having that availability to him, like on the move and wherever he is, it's just made a massive positive impact on his life. And the same thing's undoubtedly going to be true for me and Nadia, and neither of us would have done it for ourselves, because we find it really hard to prioritize certain things and get motivated to do certain things. But because one of us wanted to do it for the other, like, oh, someone else, oh, so you need help and I can help you, oh, fine, I can do that, I can look after you, I can do something nice for someone else. Why the fuck can we not do it for ourselves? What is it about certain individuals where you won't take care of yourself but you will take care of other people? I find it very interesting, and it's like funny that each of us basically did this for each other. Like, I would have never started looking at it if she hadn't pressed me, and then, you know, vice versa. I don't know if you guys are like that or know people like that.
Yeah, but you don't tend to give them a bill at the end.
No, I know, but there wasn't an idea that anyone was going to be billing anyone. I didn't want Nadia to buy anything for me, and I actually didn't think she wanted me to buy anything for her. Neither of us were under the impression that anyone was buying anyone for anything, until apparently Nadia thought I was buying them for her. But I did say she just sometimes doesn't listen. Let me see.
No, you did the wonderful partner thing. You put all the research in. You went to the nth degree. That's absolutely fine.
Chris.
Well,
baby's
yeah.
You know what? The thing is, if Nadia did want to buy stuff by me, headphones, she'd be fucked, because obviously mine are like twice the price of hers, so I wouldn't want her to do that, because it wouldn't be fair either. So
no, but you put in the effort and the caring and the sympathy to oh, she really needs these, I'll do all the work and that. Usually if you're not going to buy, you go, right, I found the perfect ones, here they are on Amazon, there you go, and you leave it at that.
Yes, but yeah, the reason is, and this is what we said at the time, because if I had done that, and also they were on sale, and I didn't want her to miss the sale, I was like, because last time when I found her the pair before, they went on sale, and I was like, look, mate, I'm finding all these headphones, blah 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 blah. You do realise that look at this, this is supposed to, this is Andy's weapon, this is Andy's, what did you call it? You found a shader to make it look like Thanos' ball sack. That's pretty good. That did look like Thanos' ball sack. What was it called again? I forgot to read the name there.
So we're getting like really strong cuts from the baby.
Oh!
When Chris taps on my belly, he kicks back.
Nice. He's becoming self-aware.
Wait, stop it! I'm trying to sleep.
No, we want him to be moving.
He wants to express himself and show you that he understands. It's like, yeah, I can tap as well, mate.
It is pretty much that.
But no, the reason why I went ahead and bought them is because at the time, as I explained at the time, I know what she's like. Where I can do that. I'll put it on a platter and I'll say, look, here they are. Pay for them or whatever. But then, like, say they're on a sale or something, she just won't do it. It doesn't matter how much you do. You have to do like the whole thing sometimes. And I know how much she needed it, and she was quite upset, recently, without getting too much into it, about how difficult Like, it's been without something like that. And I was like, right, I'm telling you, I'm doing it because, especially while they're on sale, the last time I recommended these to you, they were on sale, and then you missed the window after I said, you know what, why don't you just let me sign in, I'll use my card and pay for them for you, and then then at least you've got them before the sale runs out or whatever, and you've got what you want at a cheaper value, right? And the next day after I said, I'm just going to leave that with you and you can decide if you want to do it, the next day they went out of the sale, and I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So I came back to her the next week and I was like, look, we missed the sale that time, they're on an even better sale right now, I can do it for you, just let me do it for you, right? And then you've got them as soon as possible, so by the time these arrive, the next time you go back to uni, they'll be there ready for you for the next time you go back to uni, and you can use them. Whereas if I wait for you, you're just not like, are you going to do it? And she's like, I don't know, which means no. And it's bizarre because, she knows she wants them because she's been telling me and like encouraging me and all the rest of it.
Purpose now. Why?
And so I was like, right, I'll just get them and then you can just pay me back, okay? I'll get them now, so then you have them as soon as possible, and then you just pay me back whenever it suits you, okay? So then it's done. Yeah. And that was what was discussed at the time, and then yesterday she just went to me, wait, I have to pay you back for those? I was like, we fucking went over this. If anyone was wanting to buy anything, it was you melon.
Right, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. And that's when I was like so impressed. I was like, how did you do the switcheroo? You were telling me that you want to buy me headphones. I've now bought you some, and you're like, wait, I have to pay for these?
The thing is, if she never mentioned it, you wouldn't have done. Yeah,
probably not. And that's the thing, because I've wanted to as well, and I talk about it with some friends of mine, and like particularly like the person who has been using his, and the fact that I know that I've got to look after my stuff and spread out the usage of everything, because you can't just go buying fresh pairs of Sennheisers Sennheiser 650s every week or whatever. I know it's not every week, but I treat these really carefully, and I only have one other set of headphones that I've been using for like general stuff, like for all the stuff that I'm going to use these new set for, and they sound great for what they are, and I got them bought for me as a gift, because again, I bet you I wouldn't have even had those if it wasn't for the fact that someone got them as a gift for me for my birthday or something. But they are like, I've used the shit out of them. The ear pads are like torn, like all the leatherette on them is completely eroded away, and now it's just the soft cushion underneath. So they still kind of fit in the same way, but they just don't keep your ears as cool, and my ears straight onto the cushion underneath the sort of faux leather veneer. And they have really strong clamping force, and they don't like block out any noise on trains and things like that. So they squash my ears because my ears stick out quite a lot. And so,
I'm sure we've had this conversation before.
So they crush the fuck out of my ears, so I can only listen on them for like an hour or whatever, and they don't block out any noise, which means I have to listen to them louder if I want to use them on a train and things like that, which is usually where I most end up often using them, or like when I'm doing the washing up or things like that. So they've been fun and useful, but I don't think it's been as healthy for me to have to listen to things at a louder volume, crush my ears, wear the fuck out of the ear pads, all this stuff. So it's about time I got an upgrade just for them, let alone considering that I need something to spread the weight that I use for the Sennheisers with.
Yeah.
But anyway, you asked me something that made me go into that. I know you asked me some sort of question which made.
I didn't ask you anything.
No, what did you ask me that made me say that? I didn't just go into that for no reason. Come on, that was not just me rehashing stuff. I know the OCD makes me do that. No, he did it. He did. He fucking said something. Come on, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't abuse me like this. He asked me some sort of question that warranted that answer, and I've forgotten. You were saying something about you would never have done this if it wasn't for...
Yeah,
that's right. But yes, that's right, and I was explaining that I wanted to, but I just hadn't, and I've worn the shit out of my old ones. Right, okay, got you. Oh mate, look at all these armor charges. So now I should be able to do way more damage. Be able to rip through everybody.
Send the video of me kicking you.
Someone's dropping... I should be in this circle. Someone's dropping some really high loads of... Oh! Someone's dropping a lot of orbs. Andy, I really liked Thanos' ballsack. Thank you for that intermission.
Oh, help.
That Oh, we still not got this up.
Oh.
Oh, I need a longer range weapon.
Yeah, sniper.
I don't think any... scout rifle. I'll tell you what, scout rifle will be good. Let's switch. What scout rifle? What scouty do we have? We've got auto.
You know you've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
Decent.
What?
Pulsey.
Hour and a half of that, we're talking about headphones.
Void. Okay. Wait. Kinetic siphon, arc siphon. Okay, but we don't have an arc surge. So we should probably... do we have a void scout? We have a void scout somewhere. Alright, let's just use our auto rifle. I can't be bothered going through all the stuff. I think we need to go back to the tower soon. Oh, let's quickly check. My teammates are running off. That's fine. Let's have a look into the quests. Solar weapon. Okay, so I need to use that. Sword and bow. Okay, let's... you know what? We haven't used a bow for a while. That's nice. Let's use a bow. I do like using a bow. So we'll get the sword out. And we'll get the bow out. Oh, funk! We need to get rid of some of this stuff.
Keep your sword away on stream, please.
Giggity.
High grip over under. Ragnhild. Oh, damn, we're filling up slots here. Okay. We're filling up slots with our sword out. We need to go and go back to the tower. Yes, we do. After this. After these messages. Sword, bow, glaive. Is that where it was? Oh yeah, because we can do the solar stuff with the glaive. So now we're going high melee. What was the other one? Quest. My team are just doing a stellar job while I'm just pissing about in a menu. This is like 90% of my... Oh no, I'm all hot and sweaty on my new ear pads. What an idiot. Right. Pulse rifle, bow. Okay, we've got bow for that as well. Anything else? Rocket launcher. Tell me we've got sword. 2 sidearms. So we should crack the sidearm next. Alright, tell you what, let's take my jumper off.
Oh, stepping up on stream, you gotta get demonetized.
Sweaty head. Absolute joke. Oh. Okay. The medieval rule, yes, very much. We've gone full medieval weapon style here. Right. I'm sorry, earpads, you've been ravaged immediately. I love you, but you know,
even fixing
this is what you're gonna have to get. Right, where are we going? Hack progress 99, 100%, brilliant. Thank you, squad. How the funk do I get to you? I'm so sorry for being really useless in this. Is that heavy ammo? Do I need heavy ammo? Yes, I do. I can get more. Because I switched. Right. Alright, mate. Sorry. That was me saying sorry. Let's go to the direction of the thing. The medieval rule. Wait. Oh, how's he got in there? Oh, okay. Right there. Shut up. Whoop. Oh, what? Ow. I thought I just got rid of that. So it couldn't do that to me.
The green one's an apple.
Okay, here we go. Now we're going to see. I'm going to focus up. Oh, you piece of shaft.
And the yellow one's a lemon.
That's the advanced caliber. Right, can I not slide under this, or was it just really badly timed? It's probably just really badly timed. Yeah, it was. Okay, good. Then can we run under this? Oh, let's just slide just in case. Slide under this. Jump over that. Oh! That's a low ceiling. No, that's this way. Oh yeah, there's a really dodgy climbing bit in this one, which is... I've only done this one like twice. This never used to be here. I don't know. Andros, did they change the rotation of the strikes this season? Because I feel like the last bunch of seasons it's been like the same strikes, and then all of a sudden I've noticed like new strikes popping up. And I know you mentioned when we were doing the last one you know, I did a few of the new ones with you, and you were saying you were pleased to see them in the rotation. How come they changed that? Because it feels to me as if for many seasons it was the same strikes, and now they've added these new ones. Is that because of the fact that I've got Beyond Light, or wait, hang on a minute. Am I going the wrong way here?
Nope, you're going up.
Okay, I am going up. And then, so I'll go up here. Oh, I'll go around that corner. Yeah, okay. Okay, this must be agonizing for people that know what they're doing. Watching this. Around this corner here. Oh, mother! Oh, I didn't realize I'd slipped off the edge there. You see these globules here pulsating in the ground. Interesting. Oh, funk! No. I actually started to slip there and I didn't mean to. I thought I was going to fall, so I had to stop that. As I started to jump. Oh, there's those things that are going to try and shoot me all the time. Okay, good. Right, so joining my allies. Oh, I could have just waited as well. I'm going to finally get there and then it's going to teleport me anyway. Wow. Added season 16 and 19 battlegrounds to strike rotation. Okay, and under what was the reasoning behind that? Ping in the noggin. Ping in the noggin. Oh, missed because I didn't charge the arrow. And that was just me being shite. Can we reach these from here? Yes, we can. Who's that? Oh yeah, there's going to be people. Right, let's go and get this done. They've probably already nearly done it. Oh, this is a lift thing. Oh, they're going to be finished. Oh, funk! I can't make it back. Oh, that's annoying. Wow. That was the worst time to jump on that. I was worried that might happen. I was worried they'd finish that by the time I jumped. So if I jump, will this go back? Yes, it's going back. Okay, good. Hola, Pachito. Hola, Pachito. Hola, Pachito. Oh shit, it went back again. I almost missed my boat. Let's get these two things here and then stop my team from dying. Oh, I like this boss. This arc build is really good for these like strikes. It's just so... It's really good at just mashing through all the minions. It's going to be a bit of an issue when the boss pops up because it's not got like great damage dealing for a big single target, but it's going to be excellent for the... Hello! Right, we need to finish... We need to get some of the...
Roger.
Where is it? Here we go. Get some of these void kills on the go. No, what is it? Void, glaive. Oh no, wait, yeah, no, my glaive's not fire. It was solar. I need to use solar. I was confused because my other weapon's the solar one. Are you still? Oh, he's dead. Where is the grenade? Bow. Let's use the bow here. Oops. Someone's doing harm here. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
This is not... I'm not at the range to be doing this. Let's get this guy done. Oh, okay, get behind that. Pull this back out again. Yeah, I don't think this is the right... I spent too long with that fusion rifle now. At least What's-His-Chops is doing a great job of creating these orbs. Hello.
Now, quick. Rory!
And that's how we leave that. Excellent recovery.
Oh, they're not short, they're a t-shirt. There's a t-shirt on the radio.
Oh, funk, okay. Stay still.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
Oopsies.
Right, here we go. Yeah, I don't think the bow is the right way. This is like really not ideal for a bow. Maybe someone better than me could be using a bow well in this level, but yeah, this is too like close up and there's lots of obstacles in the way. bow is not ideal. But, you know, we've got to get those quests done. It's always good practice, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, he walked right into that. He just got a major facial. Oh, stop all doing the dodge to the side bollocks. Get shat on. Right, so that, I got to pick this up and I got to pop it in the slot. Brain dead, yes indeed. There we go. Oh, lovely. My teammate is down. And I've got them back.
Huh?
Good.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, we got a bond. I wonder what level that is.
No headphones. No headphones.
They tell him, Nicola's going, no, don't bring up the headphones again.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, we've heard for the last hour and a half.
I should have said that in the stream title. Instead of Vanguard playlist, I should have just put headphone talk. The head.
What is that about? Why was ear defending headphones?
Ear defending. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, imagine like there are some actually that I've seen knocking about that look like ear defenders. I think Panasonic or
Oh my god.
Sony do some that look like giant ear defenders. But how good would it be though if you're one of those guys who who has to wear the big earmuffs to who stands on the runway, like giving the signs for the airplanes. If you have noise cancelling headphones instead of those big earmuffs, that would make your life so much better. I suppose they would just, oh, I'm gonna die, please don't die. They would probably just use in-ears and just wear them inside the earmuffs, I guess. That would be the only reason I don't like in-ear. Well, I just don't like in-ears. They just don't suit me. They fall out all the time. They hurt my ear holes, and also my ear canals are really odd shape. They don't fit the same. There's like quite a size variation. You know, everyone's asymmetrical, like in a really strong way. Like nobody's faces and bodies are like symmetrical. Like there's quite a large amount of variation. We just get used to it. Your brain fills in the gaps because you're used to looking at yourself and being like, yeah, that's basically the same thing. But people are not symmetrical at all. And it's the same for like a lot of internal stuff as well. And my ears are really different on the inside. And I have to use different sized earbud things to make them fit, and they all fall out. They all come out. I've never had any that fit. It's like my ears just push them out. There's a little hand that goes, no, just pushes them out straight away. Look at that. Not even oh, I suppose I created the most orbs. I don't know how I did that when I was barely killing everything, but that's hilarious.
You really listen to music when you're at an airport, at the airport kind of thing. If you're, what are they called?
Air traffic controller.
Yeah, you can't really be sat there listening to like lo-fi jazz where the plane's meant to be coming in, and you go, it's fine.
But maybe you can. Maybe
no, I can't,
like, no, because you could have like the comms incorporated. So you've got like little in-ears, and then you know you can receive calls on them or whatever. So obviously, I don't know if they speak. If their job is just to receive the information and act accordingly, I don't know if they have to respond or whatever. But obviously it makes it easier if they don't, I suppose. But you could definitely just be listening to music, and then as long as the comms can come through. But they probably have, for safety reasons, they're probably not allowed to. Well, I'd like to believe in an ideal world they are allowed to, and they just trust that they have like standardized earbuds that they know are going to be consistent and they're going to be able to hear whatever instructions they're getting over the radios. But maybe in the real world, like they're not allowed to have anything. They just have the earmuffs that have the radios inside that just the only thing they can get is like the information that they're supposed to, and that's it. But it would be so good if you could listen to whatever music you want, and then whenever you have to have an alert, it just comes through, just interrupts your music, tells you what's what. That'd be great.
I just sat there thinking, yeah, the 8K is not right on these.
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like there's a bit of a notch at 3K. Pax, where's he gone? Oh, Pax. I just wanted to tell him. Nadia, you know Pax is. Have you seen what Nicola's done with the emotes?
Oh, yeah.
Video link reunion.
Nicola's crafted an amazing piece of graphic design using the emotes with Pax. She's created she's not listening. I don't know why I'm bothering. I can just tell that she's rustling about in there, and she can definitely hear me, but she's not responding. So maybe she's wearing the headphones. Actually, if she's wearing the headphones, she won't know. That's to be fair.
Force their leader into the mindscape and do what needs to be done.
I get it.
It's not pretty, but we're saving lives.
Oh, I like this one.
Headphone talking to like an animated short.
This is a new one. And another thing about headphones.
Just an eternity later.
Thank you for tolerating the headphone talk, by the way. I really appreciate that you haven't, I mean, you're ridiculing me in quite a humorous way, but you haven't told me to fuck off. So that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like you're being very tolerant and understanding.
Yeah, there seems to be a weird spike in your voice though, about 2.7k.
If I'm in other people's streams and then some guy starts talking about some other random specialist subject, and then everyone's like, oh, anyway, so let's go back to the guns or whatever, and they change the subject, I suddenly feel like someone's just like taken me out, like pulled me out of a nice warm blanket. I was like, oh, I was enjoying talking about atmospheric pressure or something. And now what, you want to talk back at the game that we're watching again? Oh my god, I feel like I've just been torn out of my nice comfy bed. I don't know what it is. Like, it's very easy for me to just get sucked into the whatever the specialist topic at hand is, and then just want to just talk about that all the time and forget that it's just that's not what the stream or whatever it is about. And then me and whoever the one person is that's talking about the topic, just like, oh, okay, that's that little world we were just in for as far as we were concerned, forever is now over, because everybody else is normal.
You should join like competitive games and like Dota and just go on a headset and just talk about.
I mean, when I'm watching other people's streams, I don't intentionally, but I almost always end up, well, not infrequently, railroading the chat into something else purely by accident. Like, I'll just mention something as a joke, and then someone will say, oh, such and such, and then I'll be like, oh, well, actually, did you know that this? And then if there's one person who's like interested in it or whatever, I'll be like, oh, that's cool, I knew this fact, and then it becomes like a discussion about that one thing, and then the streamer or whatever like oh, hang on a minute, wait, how did we get talking about reptiles for half an hour? What the fuck? Like, we're trying to play a racing game here. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was enjoying it. It's fine. Everyone was enjoying it, right? We all liked it, right?
We were having fun, right, guys?
Yeah, because obviously I would never want to be the kind of person that just like hijacks somebody's streams. Like, different streams have different things, I suppose, but some people like have a more open chatty thing where they're playing a game but they just kind of will go with whatever people are chatting with, and other people are like, we want to keep it right, specific and on brand and everything. I just want to go with whatever people are happy with, and if someone's talking about a subject or doing something that I'm not interested in, I'll just like, look at something else or like watch a different stream. So I would never do it intentionally, but it can happen, can't it?
Yeah, we just like having a giggle.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do a sin,
Ooh. Would it be simple?
It's just like, I want to just play chess, and that's the only thing I care about right now, and I'm not going to stop talking to you until you agree to talk about and play chess with me.
Or Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Which I absolutely see. The thing is, I totally get that though, because I appreciate, like, there are times when every fibre of my being just wants to talk about one topic, and it's like, if people are gonna be fine and allow me to do that, then I'm like, great. But if someone says like, oh come on, I'm sick of this now, I'll suddenly be like, oh shit, I better stop talking about that like immediately. because I don't want to upset or mess with anyone else's vibe.
We're just having a laugh.
But some people find it really hard to notice that, and I used to find it hard to notice that, I think, to pick up on those little signals and shit.
Oh no, we find it hilarious.
I nearly pissed myself.
I think I can break this. There we go. Yeah, I mean that's kind of. Oh shit! Who was that? Oh, was it one of those little flying white things? I know I was standing right in the face of that guy there trying to smash him, so he could have easily been him that killed me, but I feel like it was one of those flying things. Yeah, as a pregnant person, like, it's not, like, a quite common thing is going to be pissing yourself, isn't it, right? Like, it's kind of hard not to piss yourself.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, you know how someone says, worst case scenario, X, and I'm like, well, the worst case scenario in almost every scenario is always death. I mean, if we're going to go actual worst case, it's death, right? It's death. Like, it's for an individual, there's nothing worse. Death, right? For a pregnant woman, it's like, I feel it's the same thing. It's like, well, medium case scenario, I'm going to piss myself. Like, worst case, yeah, still death, but probably piss myself before that. Oh, no, don't want to touch that.
You know what the worst thing is for a pregnant woman to deal with?
Don't say that.
Cravings, kicking baby.
Nope.
Having a baby.
Nope. When
What?
you give birth naturally, you actually shit while you're giving birth.
Okay, well that was kind of what I was getting at when I was saying having a baby. The worst part of being pregnant is probably having a baby. But at the same time, that's like when it's over, it's done with, isn't it? So it's like it's the most painful extreme part for a lot of people, but then it's also done. So in a way, it's the best part.
Yeah, you shit yourself while you're delivering.
Is that now? But if you have unloaded previously, if you haven't preloaded,
you're not allowed to go to the toilet.
So there's no. So basically, when you're pregnant, you always have to preload before you launch. You're never allowed to.
Once you're in labour, you can't go to the toilet.
Right. Okay. So you have pre-ordered and preloaded that game, and when it comes time to launch, it's all coming out.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That's a shame. I would definitely be wishing to like negate that by the no. I'm gonna be the one who survives. I'm gonna shit as much as possible so my tank is empty.
I don't think the sentence preload and shit go in the same sentence. It sounds like you intentionally built up shit so you poop it out.
I have not gone for 2 days. I've drank 7 black coffees. I am ready to fucking go.
Yeah, you see, I remember a big stinky slip and slide. Yeah, that's a lovely image. I remember when we talked about this back at Banter, where you were impressed with my shitting regimen.
Yes.
I still got it, baby.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. If anything, I think it's even better now.
Oh, you've upgraded it.
Well, because I think like the veganism has helped me with that. Not that I ever had a problem, because I always had like a good shitting regimen. But I just think that even more.
We're all very aware.
There's just even more fiber now, and it's just like there's very few things that I eat that take a long time or like are difficult to be processed. Other than like the shit we were talking about before, like the big batch of seitan. Like unless I'm eating a massive, huge batch of like seitan wings or something like that, which is not a common occurrence. And even that doesn't really plug me up. It just takes just takes longer to deal with. Yeah, I just get it all done, mate. It's like I'm done.
Now,
get up in the morning, unload, and move on. It's brilliant.
It's been 4 days since I've been.
4 days. Good
Yeah,
lord.
because you're pregnant. It's hard.
Yeah, that's mental. That's really uncomfortable. I'm sorry about that.
To be fair, Ryan's more thinking, there was just rumour schedule. I don't know. What would I do at that time?
You know what I love about it is that I don't have to like. It's automatic. Like that's how you know when you've got a great schedule for anything. Really, is when you don't have to think about doing it. You just go to do it. Like like a habit. Like when people get into smoking, it's like the same thing with good things. Like when you suddenly just find yourself reaching for a cigarette or something, and you don't even realize you didn't think to yourself, oh, I need a cigarette. You were just doing it, and you're happy with that, and it's all like. It's organized in a way that is automatic and unconscious. Like that's one of the best ways to be with any kind of habit. So if it's a good one, it's brilliant. And with me, like, the shitting is like so automatic. It's so comfy. It's great. Right, we've got some more range here, so we can go for some bow shots.
We've gone from talking about one thing to talking about shitting now.
Everything.
No, there is one question I need to ask though.
Everything revolt. Just so we're all aware, we do all realise that that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Everything comes back to loading, unloading, and shagging. That's it. Eating, shitting, and fitting.
You know, technically shagging is loading and unloading at the same time, really.
In a way. In a way.
I'm definitely now loading.
Shit, I'm gonna die again. I've ruined my bow progress. I need to get 20 bow kills without dying. And
no, I do have a question though.
Yeah?
Because you mentioned banter, going back to that. Now, yes, the poop schedule was weird. The poop schedule. But, yo, the one that I found interesting, I wonder if you still do it. Do you still lay out your clothes the night before in order of putting on?
Yes. It's like today. No, in fact, you know what? Yeah, even when I don't have anything to do the next morning, even if it's like the weekend, I'll still. Well, it's not. I mean, I don't have that. You know what I mean? I don't have like weekends and like work days in the same way anymore. But yeah. Like, if I go to bed, typically I will put whatever I'm gonna put on first, like most easy to reach, and it'll all be neatly like now. We've upgraded the ease of it because Nadia went and got this thing that she found in the street, okay, like she loves to do because she's such a street urchin. And it's just like a piece of, like a it's like, I forget what the proper name for it is. It's sort of some silly name that makes it sound like formal and useful. But it's just basically a little rack that you stand like in your bedroom, and it's just like big enough to hold like...
It's a maiden.
The base... No, not like a clothes horse, or maybe you do call it a maiden, I don't know. It's just like a little rack that you can hang. Oh, funk's sake, I need to move out of this shit. I'm forgetting to use all my abilities, so I'm talking about fucking... Right, so you get this little rack, and it's big enough to hang like maybe one piece of each like item of clothing for two people. So like trousers, shirt, jumper, socks, boxers, or whatever. There's enough space for that for like each person. And before I might like fold it or like have it ready in the drawer somewhere. So now I just hang it over that. So I'll have my little socks on the bottom rung, my boxers like above them to the side, and then my trousers, like, you know, my jogging bottoms and my t-shirt and my jumper like next to them. So when I get up in the morning, it's just like slide them off the rack, baby, ready to go on. Great. Is that not a thing that everybody does all the time, everywhere,
no.
Universally?
No.
Okay. So you mean you get up and you just be like, huh, I'm naked right now, or like I'm in my pajamas right now. I guess I'll just rummage in the cupboard for something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, see that's crazy, mate. You're in no man's land there. That's wacky. That's wacky time, baby. You don't want to be having to use your mind in the morning to any degree. You don't want to be looking for stuff. You want to be like, slide it off the rack, baby. Get that straight on. You're
no.
This is untold amount of effort in the morning.
I'm not as bad at rummaging per se. I will just grab the first things, like the closest things in the drawer. It's like, okay, we're wearing shorts today. Cool, we've got a t-shirt.
Oh,
right,
I see. Wow. So you're just like, well, that was there, so that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Much.
So you don't actually put any choice. You don't even.
No.
Oh, that's impressive. So you don't go, well, I could wear joggers today, but I would like to wear these joggers over these joggers today for for these 20 bullet point reasons.
No, exactly. I just go, okay, right, it's these joggers. Well, let's go.
Yeah, that sounds really freeing.
I get changed at work every day, so I'm literally putting on clothes to go in the car.
You see, it's much more of like, for me, like I don't. It's just like to me, it just like it's an efficiency thing. It just speeds things up and it makes things nice and smooth and easy. But it's not like, you know, necessary or whatever. But for if it's work and I've got to be like up early and going somewhere or something, it's like I have to do that. Otherwise, the morning's so hard. Like I might spend way too, like, I don't want to drag things out of the like. And by the way, I recognize this is like, I guess pedantic or splitting hairs for myself or being like a perfectionist unnecessarily and blah blah blah. But like, if I was to wake up in the morning and be like, right, I've got X amount of time to leave, I would still feel like uncomfortable looking through stuff and be like, oh my god, I have to leave this morning and I still haven't decided what I want to wear. And even if ultimately I'm going to wear like the same thing except maybe switch one item as what I might have picked in an immediate rush, I would rather know that I've got the thing that I'm comfortable with. In the same way that we've been talking about these headphones, like, I'd rather be like, I've definitely made the right decision and I didn't have any pressure, I could just do it right. I'd rather come at the evening when I'm like more awake and my mind is more switched on, even though obviously I go to bed, like, I'm just not a morning person, so even if I'm tired in the morning, I'm almost more like able to think things through at night than I am in the morning, and I can just mindlessly in the morning be completely bleary-eyed and fucked, but there's only those clothes there, they're ready. I don't have to think, I just put them on and be like, past me sorted this out. Like, past me was like my mum in the moment. Like, I have now, that's great, my mum, she packed my lunchbox, I'm ready to go, thank you so much, I don't have to think about this, right? That's me in the past, like, doing that for me now. If I had to like choose a pair of socks in the morning, which that might sound mental to you, with socks, aren't they all the same? Absolutely not, mate. Oh, grave mistake. If you think one pair of socks that's just long and one pair of socks that's short, and then you've just got like 20 variations of each of those, if you think all those are the same, you're crazy, mate. You're talking normal talk right now. What are you doing? I don't want to have to make that choice. I don't want to have to be like, oh, but these gym socks are slightly thicker than these gym socks and they're longer, and maybe I won't want the longer ones today. Oh, they've got a yellow stripe, but I don't feel like a yellow stripe today. Like, the minutiae of preferences and like reasoning behind all these things is ridiculous, and I don't want to have to deal with it in the morning when I want to just go. I want to have as much time sleeping as possible, as minimum time planning, just get up, eat and go. And so I'd rather do it all in the night when I'm fine. When I'm winding down, I can piss about looking at different pairs of boxers or whatever, you know.
Right, Dice, any input? Well, what's your, do you pick your outfit the night before?
No, not really.
Right, okay, so do you ever find, like, if you're going out for the day, you know you're going out for the day, you can't like pop home and change into a different pair of clothes. Do you not be like, oh no, what if I'm going to be too warm in this hoodie today? What if this happens?
You take it off and put it in a bag.
Right, but then you go, but now I'm exposing my t-shirt and that's too cold. And I don't like that. Do you never find that? You never find... Do you never have a sense... Wait, hold on. Do you never have a sense that when you go out for the day, that your choice will affect your comfort significantly, and if you get the right one you can be comfy all day, but if you make the wrong one, oh god, maybe you only get 75% comfy for the day?
No, don't think like
Thank you, Ryan. Why are you like deciding your clothes based on like a Destiny style equipment list?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's why I like Destiny a lot, because it's just real life acceptable. Yeah, it's just.
This is actually great. This is great. I get plus 20 resistance in fucking summer.
You're absolutely right. That's a brilliant analogy. 100%. I like practical clothing, and it bothers me a lot when I have to look good, because like it's really hard to get clothing that's both practical and looks smart. Most of the time, good-looking clothing has zero practical value. And that's why I love to. I would just be dressed in like a hoodie and like tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt pretty much year round, because they're like the most. You know, you can have hoodies with zip pockets. You can zip it up in the middle, so you can like have a jumper on without having a jumper on, just like your arms. You can zip it up, keep yourself warm. You can put the hood up and keep yourself warm. You can have protected if it's raining. If you've got tracksuit bottoms, they can be nice and loose, so you can have all the freedom to move around, but they're not going to heat up and they're nice and breathable. Blah blah blah. Like practical clothing I'm all about that. I want my homeostasis to be maintained as perfectly as possible throughout the day. I'm not a starving child in Kosovo, okay? I have these options. I'm going to use them to the fullest, most efficient extent. I'm going to appreciate my ability to cater to my unbelievably absurd preferences.
Yeah. You have some unbelievably absurd preferences.
And you know what? You know what? They're not. I'm just saying that to appease everybody else that thinks they are. They're not. All right? My preferences are absolutely fine. There's nothing, they're totally reasonable. All right? If you don't get it, fine.
Do you have a minimum amount of pockets you need on a daily basis?
You know, I tell you what, it pisses me off that most pockets don't have zips. I think that's an outrage. I think every pair of joggers should have zips on them. If you're gonna have jogging bottoms which have pockets, don't you dare be selling those without a zip. How dare you? If I'm going to use those pockets, I don't want to be able to like crouch down and then have everything slide out backwards. What kind of sick joke is this? There's loads of stuff like that. There's all kinds of little ways in which garments could be perfected and improved.
To play devil's advocate, Nicola loves dresses that have pockets in.
Oh yeah. I think it's bullshit that... Oh, well, you love dresses that do have pockets in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit that loads of women's clothes don't have pockets. It's like, oh, because the man has to carry things, remember? Because women can't be being self-sufficient and like, you know, having practical input. What are you talking about? Women are just there to look pretty and like, you know, be the you know, the man's like companion. We don't need to give them pockets. What are you joking? What are you talking about? Just give them buttons on the left-hand side so it's easier for me to undo, and that's it. Please don't clip that out of context and put me on like some Andrew Tate compilation.
Wow. Do what you say.
It's been cancelled.
Yeah, pockets can look cool and add to a piece of clothing as well, you know. But
I looked at a wedding dress with pockets. I weren't allowed it.
Really? Oh, so you're an anti-pocket guy, Chris?
No.
Because we know exactly. And my mum pointed this out to. She'd be walking down the aisle with her hands in the pockets, nodding her head, going, alright.
Okay.
Nice to see you. Nice. She'd have a phone in one pocket and a pack of cigarettes and a lighter in another.
Got you. Right. And then at that point, you just like, oh, fuck it, put the trackies on. Yeah. I tell you what, I almost would respect that. I'd be like, just let's have a full chav get up wedding. That'd be great. That'd be so funny.
I ended up with the big poopy princess dress.
Especially if you made everyone else have the dress code. Like, so everyone has to dress in comfort gear, like lounge wear or like sports wear.
There's no actual chairs, there's only bean bags.
Oh yeah.
This sounds like a wedding.
Yeah. No, I just look like a big poopy cloud in my wedding dress.
You did.
I am the cloud lady.
And I was sat on the floor in my wedding dress.
Oh fuck! I didn't realise how many people were around me there. That was really silly. I've fucked my bow quest again. Oh, I should have let him revive me. It's fine. Right, let's stand back here. Get some bow shots in.
Right. How does Mpop feel about all these?
Oh, Nadia would definitely be like, yeah, this is way too much talk. Because the thing is, like, I recognise, like, I'm kind of like being really... Part of me is like, I'm 100% convicted with everything I'm saying right now, and I absolutely believe it. But part of me is like delivering it in a kind of heavy way because it is funny to me to be like this. But I absolutely believe it, and I do feel very particular about all these things, and I do care a lot about my comfort and the efficiency of achieving that comfort consistently in as many environments as possible. And I do think it's reasonable, but I understand that a lot of other people just literally don't give a fuck, and I guess I just... You know, I'm okay with the fact that I'm very sensitive with all these things. And it's like, you know, I'm the kind of person who has lived and done stuff that's not at all comfortable. Like, I've been backpacking for 7 months in, like, really uncomfortable conditions with really, you know, and in all kinds of different environments, and, like, slept on the streets and all different things like this, right? And I know that I can live without all this comfort and all this planning and all this particularism, but I just know that I greatly prefer life when I am adhering to all these preferences and all this detail, and I want to cut down this time I spend on these things as much as possible, and I sort of would like to care less about some of these things, but I'm so kind of habitual about a lot of these things now that it doesn't take as much time as it used to. And because I do have my like go-tos, you know, like I don't have a massively varied wardrobe, and I have like certain things that I know when I want to look a certain way, if I'm going out publicly in a smart fashion, that there are certain things, and the majority of the time I'm just wearing a very minimal selection of stuff that I know is practical and comfortable, and you know that's it. And so when you kind of lay it out in the way we've just been doing now, it kind of sounds and seems like I probably spend fucking loads of time thinking and stressing about this, but it's kind of so, like we were talking before about when things are habitual and up to a level that they're automatic and there's no thought. That's what a lot of this is like now.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
my thing was just like, how does Nadia feel about this kind of thing? Like, I know you've been together a while now.
I think she just thinks it's funny, and I think she's like kind of tells me that, you know, I spend too much time on all kinds of stuff, and like I think too much about all kinds of things, but that's kind of just me. I just think arguably too much about everything, essentially, really. But I do like kind of take awareness of that and try to practice mindfulness and all these kinds of other things that you got to do. But it's just like, it's just one of the things that's a double-edged sword in how I am. Like, I know that the fact that I'm so particular and have like extreme attention to detail and all the things like this, they're like strengths as much as they are weaknesses, and it just takes a lot of kind of time and understanding to learn how to balance those things, which I still think I've got a long way to go, but I'm definitely better than I used to be, and I'm more aware of a lot of these things than I used to be. And it is very funny and refreshing to hear other people, like when they're like, yeah, find what the way you do those things and think about those things to be like kind of really absurd, and like, why the fuck would you do that? And that is really entertaining to me, because I'm assuming in some cases there's probably a lot of people who think that some of the things, oh fuck, I forgot that lens there, that some of the things I do are like really silly and absurd, and actually if they did it and got used to it, they'd like really appreciate it and enjoy it as well, but they've just never thought that they would, you know what I mean? But a lot of the time people just, you know, are so different, and I'm like, I'm sure, you know what, however you do things is actually the best for you, and if you took on the way I do things, it wouldn't work, and it just works like this. And it's just funny to hear. Yeah, there is nothing strange as folk, basically. Like, everybody does their things different. Like, there's lots of ways people overlap, you know, there's all kind of general groups that we can put people into how they think about things and personality types and all that, the rest of it. Everybody does stuff slightly different. It's so funny how normal to one person something is and abnormal to another person is. And I do enjoy talking about those things and laughing at the extremities.
There is one that I suppose I do, but people think it's weird.
Oh yeah, let me hear that, baby.
So
love it. Come on, give me.
Which is quite normal. I have set pockets.
Set packets for set.
No,
things.
set pockets. So
oh yeah.
Always goes on the left.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I always have my wallet in a back pocket, like in the butt pocket.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have a certain amount of that, like where they usually put their wallet in one pocket. But like to have it for lots of things, I think that's less common. But it's funny to me how you think that's one of your odd things. To me, that's like, how the fuck can you live without having specific pockets for everything? How do you not always put all your things in the exact same spot all the time?
Oh yeah,
because that's me for everything.
But people question mine because my wallet is in a back pocket.
Yes, because you feel that would be less. Is the criticism or the concern that that's a much less secure place?
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. So now, why do you put it there then? Do you disagree with that?
No, I understand it. It's comfort. It feels too crowded at the front with my wallet there.
Oh, and your ball sack and everything.
Kind of thing.
So that your two balls are crowding things up as well, right?
Yes.
Like, you got your phone in one pocket, you got your keys in the other. Where's your wallet gonna go?
Yeah, well, it certainly can't go where your package goes. Right, you see, I
handbag.
actually don't have a wallet.
Oh.
I don't use a wallet because I cram wallets with all stuff that don't need to be in wallets. I just need my card and my keys and my phone when I go out, basically. I try to keep all those things to as minimal as possible because I will lose things very, very quickly and easily. So I want as few things around as possible so I won't lose it, and it always has to go in the same spot because if it doesn't, it will get lost almost instantly. I put things down out of place and I just don't, the message doesn't get back to my brain. I could put my phone down for 2 seconds in like a really obvious place. I will never ever think to look there because I'll be like, when the fuck did I put my phone down? I just won't remember. I'll put it like, I'll get up, like let's say it's the first thing in the morning. Nah, that's not fair, 'cause first thing in the morning, I don't know what the fuck's going on first thing in the morning anyway. But if I'm used to my phone and for some reason I just had both my hands full, I needed to put it down just for a second because some other distraction came on board or whatever. If I put it down next to wherever I am, just in that moment, I will, even if it's right in front of my face, I'll forget that I've put it down and I'll just move on to the next thing and then wonder later why I can't find my phone. And it could be even seconds later. Like if I suddenly go, oh yeah, I was going to watch that video. Where the fuck's my phone? And I've put it down like 3 seconds ago. I just put it down on like the mantelpiece or on the bedside table or somewhere really basic and obvious. And I won't remember having put it down at all. And then I'll be like, oh fuck. And if that happens in an unfamiliar environment or, you know, whatever, it's, you know, it doesn't matter that it's my phone, it could be anything, then I know it could be in certain places that are more common to look. So obviously I'll go to the classic places. But I might just put it somewhere that there's no reason to put it there. I might put it in a very odd like corner of a room or like wherever I happen to be at the time. I might even put it under the duvet. I've done that before. Like I folded the bed over to like let the air out. You know when you like flip the duvet? You know when you like flip the duvet to like air it out and shit, and then you like fold it back?
What duvet?
The duvet. The duvet. The duvet.
Duvet.
Yeah, duvet. What's wrong with that?
Duvet.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're saying duvet.
Yes, that's how I prefer to say duvet. It's fun.
So you like to call your duvet a Jew?
Yeah, duvet. Yeah, put it. I might fold back the duvet, right? Oh, we need to go back to the. Let's give these people their thing. So I'll have my phone in my hands and I'll be like, right, hold on, I need to air the bed. I'll fold back the duvet. Because you know you've been in there. You wanna like you just let all the air out, get to it. So I'll fold the duvet back, and I've put my phone down on the top side of the bed, and now I've just folded the duvet back on top of my phone, so now I can't see it. And then I'll immediately go, huh, where's my phone? I just had it in my hand.
I'm really bad for that, come on.
You do.
I can be on the phone to you and go, I can't find my phone.
Yeah, the glasses on the face situation.
Yeah. No, when I lose my phone, I have to replay I have to go back about 5 steps in my head.
And then after each week,
No.
But you can get back there. You can trace back, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I just can't trace back at all. Even if it's 2 seconds, I'll be like, there's no way. Like, I have zero memory of how. There's no tracing back. I had it in my phone. I don't remember the last thing because it was like seconds ago, and now it's just gone.
I always trace back if I forget something. Like, if I go on. If I, like, say I'm on my phone and I go onto YouTube and forgot what I was going to look up, I go back into my previous app. So say if it was Twitter, I will scroll back and then look at the tweets again to see which one would have triggered me to go on to YouTube and then figure it out.
Yeah, you can definitely do, like, obviously I do that, and you know you do the trace back, but there are many times, especially when it's really short term, where I just don't have access to whatever would be trace backable. It's just like as if there's a block there. Like, I'll trace back up to a point, and then there's just a gap, and I'm like, how is this possible? And that's when I, like, now because I'm so used to it, and I've like recognized some of the classic places where I put stuff down which would make no sense, I now like go to them. But like, it can get really, really complicated. Like, the phone is often easier because, you know, when you think in practical terms, how many places could I put my phone in the home? it like makes sense and you retrace the most obvious places. But when it gets more complicated, or like things get smaller, or things that I don't use very often, I just get lost really, really, really quick, and it's just very, very irritating because I can't. There's no steps to retrace in that sense because it just wasn't being logged. It just wasn't being logged at the time, and so I just don't know where to go back to. It's just that's why I have to stick to my system. If I don't stick to my system, I'll just spend all day looking for a thing that I just picked up.
That's fair enough. Now we need to go back to something else that you said. I can't comprehend it.
Okay.
When you go out, phone, keys. You said card. Now I know you're in London and you don't need cash per se. Mm-hmm. But you just have one loose card in your pocket.
Yeah.
You have on your phone case.
No, I just have it. I just have it in one of my zip-up pockets.
Oh no.
So if it's in a coat or a hoodie or like my jeans or my tracksuit bottoms or whatever, I'll have it in one of the zip-up pockets, and depending on the clothing I wear, it's always in one specific one. So like if it's winter right now and I have my coat, there's one specific zip-up pocket that it goes in, and it's always goes in that one.
But it's just a loose card, like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And usually there's nothing else there in the pocket anyway, because there's like nothing else I need. And I'll just put the other things in other pockets. For example, like I never used to carry around hand gel so frequently, but now like I always have like some disinfectant, like something, and so that always goes in like a specific zipper pocket.
No, I'm fine with that. It's just a card completely loose in a pocket.
What is it that what is it that disturbs you about that?
It's not. It's no. It needs to be. Okay, this is me now. It needs to be in like a wallet. It needs to be in like a card loose. It's so easy to lose and snap or whatever. No. Oh god, no. Oh, there's like proper anxiety building now. Just having a card loose.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because to me, I don't feel like it would get lost or snap easily just because it's in a pocket on its own. In fact, in a way, I might even think that possibly it's got less chance of getting snapped and lost because there's no other shit that's clamped around it or squashing on it or pressing against it. It's just the card on its own. So there's nothing else you're going to go in there for and accidentally pull it out with. There's nothing that's going to like warp it or bend it or something. It's just there. So anything else that would come into contact with it obviously has to come into contact with your body. And if you've got it in like a secure pocket, for example, like it's always in your left side, or it's always in your breast pocket, or it's always in your inner pocket, like that where to put it such that it's not like, if you're not going to put it in a pocket where it's going to be facing at a 90-degree angle from your chest, so that it's always going to be poking out ready to bump into things. Like it's going to be flush to the like a flat side of your body or the inner quilting of the coat or whatever. So I don't feel like all those things you just listed there would be an issue, but maybe you're right. But I'm also thinking that perhaps it's because you've had a card in a wallet all your life, and so it just feels wrong to not have that because that's the norm.
It probably is. Like, if I go to the shop and Nick gives me her card like just loose, I either have to put it in the wallet or it does not leave my hands.
I think that's quite funny, but I do think I would have a similar. I don't like it when someone else gives me their card because I'm like, okay, hold on. It's taken me a long time to make sure that I don't lose my card, and you just fucking giving me this one. Babe, I only have one pocket for this card, and it's mine. You give me another one, it's game over, baby. So I do kind of relate to that, but obviously not for the same reasons. Like, someone gives me something important that belongs to them like that, I'm like, I barely trust me with my card. So that's
you become essentially. I'm sorry, I cannot carry any more key items.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I'm like, there's a limit on the key items here. I don't want to be responsible for messing your stuff up. Like, it's important to me that your card is safe, and I know what my limits are. But you know, I can do it, but then I would be anxious about it, because it's like a new level of security now. And now I'm like, I have to be aware of it all the time. It's difficult for me to not be aware of stuff and to be able to get into that automatic habitual thing, because I'm so used to things working. I would be like, I need to maintain awareness of this basically all the time, because if I forget that it's there, I'm going to do something else. Like, something that I've noticed a lot with myself when things like that happen. If something happens that's out of the ordinary, like a last minute change or something like that, that I'm now reacting to something that wasn't in the plan, whether it's part of the automatic plan or an actual conscious plan, if I make a last minute change, it's very likely that something will go wrong. And there are many times when I'm like, okay, this is not something we were expecting to do. We need to be hyper aware. We need to like make sure that we don't mess up now, because this is a different thing. Now you've got this here, that's there, it's fine, it's basic, it's small, we can handle this, right? And there's plenty of times when it works, but there's lots of times where if I don't make sure that I have that awareness, then I will, you know, fuck up. Like, let's say if I do put that new card in the same place as my other card, like, what I might, I don't think this has happened, but the kind of thing could be like, I go and reach in to get my card and I forget that card's there, and I accidentally slide out the other card without realizing it, because I've 100% forgotten that I was carrying that person's card. Like, it's very easy for me to forget something like that and just carry on like normal. Or like, you know, I could lock myself out of the house because, let's say, for some reason I come in and there's an emergency. I've just had to run home and get packs for whatever reason, and so I run home and I have to like get something else from the house before I can leave. So I'll run in the door. I'm rushing, so I'm not abiding by my like little routine. I'll unlock the door so the keys are in my hand, and I'm trying to be quick, so I just put the keys down on the side, knowing that I can just pick them up, and I'll just run in, get packs or whatever the thing is, run out and just close the door behind me and forget that I put the keys down on the side like that. And then I'm locked out. And that is like super, super easy to do. I feel like that's something that plenty of people could do, but I feel like it's especially easy for me to do something like that. Because what I should have done is immediately put the keys back in the pocket that they belong in. And if I don't do that, I'm not going to remember that I put them down on the side. I have to, no matter what the situation, abide to my system. Because the little extra bits like that, I'm not going to remember.
Fair enough. And with it, that anxiety-ridden run, we are calling it a night because we're up to.
Excellent.
So,
now that was fun. I want you to tell me more of your random little things that you think or you do, because that tickles me so much. I can't wait to hear more of your random little shit. But yeah, thanks thanks for watching as always. I look forward to the next stream. We'll probably do some Fall Guys or some DBD, I hope. Maybe we'll do something we can play together. Maybe some Destroy All Humans. And have a good sleepy time.
Night.
Bye.
Night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And these kinetic, what's it? No, what do they call them? Stasis. These stasis crystals are too strong. I can't even. The whole point of them is to like block the enemy from getting through, but also be able to blow them up when you shoot them. And whoever's creating these stasis crystals, I swear they're so super tough. I can't break them. Right, I now need to stop dying. Now that we're stop talking about all this random stuff that I'm focusing on too much, I need to stay alive and complete my quests. So let's do that. Let's get my... Oh! Don't jump. Let's get my... Is the sword an advanced quest? I don't think it is. The bow is an advanced quest. I think I've died too many times again. Oh! I mean, I can still do... I don't have to do that while I'm doing this, but I prefer to get it done while I'm doing it. Oh, as if it's just not enough damage. If my power level was slightly more, I'd be able to take them out in one. That's pretty pitiful. I think I did the sword already anyway, so let's just... Yeah, okay. Oh no, that's the boss. Leave the boss. So if I kill the boss, then he won't generate more minions. I suppose we'll just get it done. We need to go back to the tower now. Where did you go? Come back. Right, tell you what. This is taking too long. There we go. Bye. Okay, now quickly give their
location secured,
thingy bobs.
Good work, Guardian.
Commend.
What intel did you discover?
Commend.
There's an
Full
almost
results.
unreadable data artifact here labeled Oxa.
Oh yeah, we don't need to
It's
look at the full
heavily
results.
corrupted, but I'm able to make out.
But it's time to leave.
12 from the access log.
Wait, what?
What is Oxa and
There we
who
go.
was M-Sun
Oh
12?
man, I'm hungry. And Pop? Nadia? Oh damn, I hope she's not gone to bed. Oh, she's got those bloody headphones on. She won't be able to hear me. I'm sorry, I'm talking about headphones. I'm sorry. I've created a monster. Because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. Tar. I think it's about time for me to go to bed, to be honest. I'm desperately hungry.
I'm going to go to bed myself as well.
Yeah, I'll go back to tower, and while we're zooming back to the tower, I will, over the beautiful image of the ship flying through the sky. What do you think of my new ship, by the way? I don't know if you saw my previous one, but I quite like this one. It looks like a dragonfly. I've given it that kind of nice jungly looking reptilian color scheme. It looks like a little dragonfly.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like an old fighter plane.
Yeah, the kind of slight X-wing design and not the way that, you know, in terms of how they had the two on the double wings with like the bars in between them and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because it's not an X-wing in the Star Wars kind of X-wing. It does have, this one has more of a animalistic look to it, more of that insecty look, which I quite like. I like mixing the organic with the cyber, you know, the digital man-made themes. It's quite interesting to see that blended with the animalistic, you know, sort of nature kind of schemes. Quite like the clashing, the contrast of those two worlds. And when it works together, it can be really powerful. Oh dear, right, okay, so now let's do it. Let's end the stream. Okay, right, so, thank you, Dice. Thank you very much for everybody else watching. Thank you for those of you in the chat. Thank you for those of you in the Discord. And remember, you can join that by scanning the QR code in the top right corner there. You can get your send on over. Again, make sure you follow the Twitch. Subscribe as well. And you can use the animated packs emote and you can support the channel. You can do the subscription on the YouTubes as well and smash the like button, okay, if you liked it. There'll be more content coming to the YouTubes. There's a lot I've been working on. Shorts, music, comedy, all that kind of stuff. So if you want like the majority of the content, it's all going to be on the YouTubes. But for now, the streams will be on both. And obviously, it's more fun in the Twitch chat where you can use the emotes. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good sleep, Dice.
Same to you. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.